fast turnaround, check out Breach Apparel on Facebook and Instagram. Bendigo is the home of Breach Apparel, locally owned and operated. Shoda Street, Strathdale.
Only one local radio station for live local footy. Only one local station supporting live community sport across central Victoria. The people out walking know
for many years.
Yeah.
So it is great for their football club. And probably very similar to what we're trying to do is build through our young group. So playing finals is awesome.
To have that under 18s to be able to push through, even if they're a young side at the moment, they've had that experience, they've played one final. They'll stick together. They'll probably want to be, we've got there, we're forming something, and now they can build that through. And that builds the whole club. It's very, or junior sides coming through and then you've got it from outside the area. Those under 18s and bring them through, it's so detrimental to the side building and being part of finals in years going on.
SouthBendigo, Don, you mentioned Brock Harvey. He's really come of age this year. Very important something. And the only time I really fail is fail. So them and
yeah, well, Mick's fail. I've seen him through the midfield as well. So, probably that's not a bad move, a coaching move. So if they do fail, that there's less avenue for him to lead up at the ball. He leads up the ball beautifully, and he's got a great set of hands, and he's a very accurate kick. But I have seen him through the mids as well, just here and there. So maybe a move that they could possibly look at if they're getting touched up around the middle of the ground.
one thing I enjoyed about SouthBendigo, particularly last time they played Sandhurst, I wasn't from where I was making forward, and Cooper Leon through the middle, and very important, a broken was Michael Hurley. They're probably mentioned to you that probably played well against Castlemaine, and Antonowitz has been going through the middle quite a bit as well.
I've seen through the middle. He's been very crafty. I would say that probably playing football at the Curio down the camp as well probably didn't help his football where he was on these wide. With the width and that in the space that is available to him if they move the ball quickly into him and get him one-on-one. Nathan Horbury, he'll get the footy no matter where he is. So a huge link player for them. They just find him, not just because he's a coach, he's a great footballer, and he just gets to the run. Yeah, it'll be really interesting how he goes today.
Both sides are out in the middle of out there as well. We've got three umpires again today. Experienced trio in Johnny Norton, Paul Smythe and Scott Bennett. They're out there as well. Fair bit of a breeze here today too. We saw that yesterday, Brian. Yep. And I did describe that it came from a northerly type and then pushed towards the town end. We did see at one stage all of the scoring went to the city end. At one stage it was something like 10 scoring shots to 2.
Yeah, massive to the city end, and it looks like the breeze to me today is still pretty much the same. It's heading down that way. It's actually blown up a little bit in the last probably 4 or 5 minutes, I reckon, just feeling that breeze pushing that way. So it could be a couple of goals. So yesterday the Storm took the advantage and got into that breeze early and got some score on the board and put the pressure on. So the bounce or the toss will be pretty important, I think, whoever can win that. If the Dragons get it, they'll obviously try and use that breeze. So I always like to defend, against it in that last. Even, how many times do you rely on it too much? You get to, we got it in the last quarter, and then all of a sudden the other side shuts you down. You can't use it. So if you've got the score on the board, and as long as you don't allow them to get a run on, I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to hold off. So get the score on the board, and just watching out there, toss was won by the Dragons, and Johnny, they're kicking with it.
They are kicking with it. He didn't hesitate, Lee Coughlin. Zach Hare, the skipper for the Bloods as well. So they'll be kicking to the Barnard Street end. And from a Dragons perspective, that's good news. They've got Matty Thornton, who you think will play deep down forward just to cut the next bit. Big body.
Yeah, it'll be something that I hope they just don't rely on the win. I hope that they lower their eyes and hit their lead up forwards. And if they do that, there'll be plenty of ground ball for their smalls. So with that blustery win, it's going to be something to see early. And I totally agree with you're chasing, and you get a couple hit against you early in that quarter. It makes it really so. In the toss, great decision, and I think that we'll probably see a 3-goal difference in the first quarter between the two sides. So
you've got to use it well. As you said, lower your eyes. Don't try and it's too many times if you're just blasting it inside forward 50, hoping that the breeze is going to do the work for you. That's no good. You've got to lower your eyes, as you said, Don. Hit some targets, hit the lead ups, and then use the ball, properly coming through from the middle of the ground.
With SouthBendigo's run,
yeah,
if they hit them on the coast to coast on the return, that could be damaging for them. So they need to be on their guard. If they get outside and get on the back side of them, they'll score, and that's what they probably need to do is ensure that they get a couple to stay with them, so that the margin's not too great.
I've been bullish on Sandhurst all year. You made a good point that they're a lot better. They were out of the 5 for a long period of time. I'm actually going to change my tip. I did go with the Dragons, but now I'm going to go with SouthBendigo. I just think that they'll miss back set up forward.
Yeah, look, I'm going to stick with the Dragons. I think they can be the side, as you said. I think they've got probably the big out is obviously Maxted, but bringing Thornton in, if he can stand up down forward. They've also got Connor Sexton and the guys around there, so it'll be interesting to see whether they can hold off and get enough of the ball. But as Don said, if they look like they fleet-footed, the little Southbendigo boys, so if they get on a roll and they start running them off their legs, it's going to be hard to hold them off. Right, we're about to get underway. First quarter on Fresh Bendigo Live Footy. John Hunter, take us away.
It's elimination final, cutthroat elimination final. Will Allen for the Bloods will do the ruck work. Jumped high, jumped early. Hoskin got his hands on the footy. Byrne, a little soccer ball for the Bloods. He kicks it to the left half forward flank, picked up by Noah Walsh of the Dragons. He'll now kick it long. He's got a hard lead on, spots it up, and the Dragons will go forward. It'll be through Connor Sexton. Doesn't waste any time. He goes inside forward 50. As Ian Miller gets his hands on the footy. Back of the pack is Paul Pratt. He's got a shot at goal and dribbles it through for a minor score. Wow, the Dragons, quick start. They are one behind. The Bloods are yet to score. We've gone 30 seconds in the opening term. Elimination final, QEO.
Well, they've got it inside, got a quick one. Now, what can the Bloods do from fullback? They're going to come to the grandstand side. Long, outside 50. Wharton's going to have to go back, or fumbles, and just over the line. It was Nelly for the Dragons. Just couldn't quite get the hands on there. Probably dropped an easy one.
But it was really interesting going forward. They went in deep, and it went over the back. They misread it, SouthBendigo. So let's look out and see if we get a bit on the back.
Right half forward, attacking here, the Dragons. Oh, the boundary umpire threw it towards the middle. The ruckmen were there. Hosking wins the tap, a double-hander to the front of the pack. Whistle on play. We'll have another stoppage, and umpire Norton says, give it to me, and I will ball it up. Dragons lead by a point. We've gone 1.5 minutes. Hosking wins the tap. He looked for Coughlin, couldn't find him. Burns there for the Bloods. Hosking used some muscle. He gave it there to Coughlin by hand. He gave it to Rhodey. Rhodey to the hot spot, top of the square. Dragons attacking. Paul Pratt's there. Torpy needs to be careful for the Bloods. And right at the top of the square, Dragons attack. We'll have another stoppage and another ball up. We've gone almost 2 minutes. The Dragons lead, one behind. SouthBendigo yet to score.
Top of the square, deep into attack for the Dragons. Thornton will go up against the Will Allen. Ball in the air. Thornton just holds his opponent off, tries to get it down to the throat of a teammate. Got a high tackle. It's going to be a free kick. The Dragons are going to get one directly in front. And I think it's going to be Blair Holmes who'll get the free kick. 15 metres out directly in front, and they'll go back and, well, you would think from here, Blair Holmes will come in and put the first on the board in the elimination final. He does that, and the Dragons are up and about, and they get the first on the board. They lead 1-1-7 with SouthBendigo yet to score on your live score sponsor, Bendigo Bulk Cuts.
Well, so far, I haven't seen a lot of Sandhurst hands on the footy. So if you don't get your hands on the footy, it makes it SouthBendigo. Yeah, Sandhurst have just had all the football in their hands right now, and as I mentioned earlier, Hosking's giving them first use. 2 boundary throw-ins, hit to space, guys on the outside, but they're so quick with feeding the ball on the inside and opening up that goal face, and Blair Holmes did the job.
Yeah, it's a red-hot start here at the QEO. We're back in the middle. Umpire will throw it up. Hosking, he grabs it out of the air. We see him do it so often. He feeds it by hand to Rhodey. Rhodey now kick it long, inside forward 50. Another attack. Sexton with his hands on the footy. Couldn't mark it. Joel Wharton, he was clever. Picked it up and then dropped it. Little soccer ball once, twice towards the boundary line and eventually goes over, and 25 metres around from goal. We'll have a ball in Sandhurst attack.
Well, they were quick inside forward 50 again, and just the feed off. Hoskin taking out of the ruck and then just had Rhodey, the easy handball. That's... South are going to have to watch that if they're going to allow the Dragons to get out so easy. Forward throw-in, deep in the pocket. Good work, Hoskins got it down front and squared. Stacks on the mill, no one's going to get out of there. Ball still held up. Umpire eventually crosses the arms and says, give it to me. I'll ball it up. About 35 metres out. Still in the, 15 metres in the pocket. Grandstand side, deep into attack for the Dragons again. Hoskin again, over the top. Allen got a little tap around the corner. Wharton was there. Coghlan trying to bend over. No one can pick it up. Still at ground level. Comes out. Oh, tackle. Didn't have it. Little kip off the ground. Still a lot of fun. Paul Pratt picks it up. Gives it back. A handball. Can't hit the target. Still in defence. Bloods. Under pressure. Got the kick. Coghlan got the smother. High tackle. Nothing there. Umpire crosses the arms and says, give it to me. I'll ball it up again. Still in the forward pocket. Probably about 35, 40 metres out still from the Dragons.
Geez, they're under pressure here. Has been no real clear possession. Antonowitz maybe got his hands on the ball there, and so did Byrne. As the ball's thrown up, it was a fresh area. Montague tries to make a path. Picked up quickly and hacked out of the pack. Might have been Antonowitz with it. Comes to us broadcast side. Nally picks it up. Dragons. Shallow inside forward 50. But it kicks straight to the opposition. And it now will be the Bloods through Taggart. Goes short. They go backward in order to go forward. Then it comes up to Miller. Miller handballs. Taggart again. He'll kick it. Dumps it down the line. Tananelli did well. Over the shoulder there by Alex Smith, and he gives away free kicks. And Dragons get another free. She's lucky to not give away 50 there.
Yeah, it certainly was. And just got one for the little cross across the ear, Donny, just to make sure that he knew that he was standing in front of the pack. Nelly goes long, goes in deep inside. Thornton was the target. Good punch off the pack over the line. And there'll be another ball up, 25 metres around in the forward pocket. Grandstand side, deep into attack again, the Dragons. Spending a lot of time inside their forward 50. Ball about to be thrown back in. Hosking up against Allen. Both of them work together. 2 ruckmen come together. Allen just got in front, was able to tap it down, picked it up himself. Oh, kicked it. Did he get it over on the full? I think it might be. It will be a free kick. It'll be a Dragons free kick. Or is it a push in the back? Hang on. Not quite sure. Wharton says, I'm going to take this and pick it up. He was not going to give it back, Alex Wharton, in the pocket. He will kick from about 45 metres. He's outside the boundary line. Comes in. Breeze has to start it on the outside. Let it come back with a Breeze. That's a brilliant kick. He's got the distance and got the accuracy, and he puts another one on the board. They go to 2-1-13. Now the Dragons... SouthBendigo yet to score on your live score sponsor on the Vanity Superstore at Strath Village.
Well, when you take your chances like that, I was about to say it'd probably be a nice 3-quarter kick to the top of the square, probably about 20 out, and give your Smalls an opportunity to win a ground ball. But when you kick it like that, why not go back and have
he
a go
just
at
put it at the right, like it had to, that Breeze is going down. He had to start it at the left-hand goalpost and hope for the best.
Back in the middle now, Hosking, he taps it. Cooper Leon, kick is smothered for the Bloods. It'll be Rhodey. So they haven't got it up forward yet, the Bloods. Rhodey's had a few possessions. Taggart at the ankles, picks it up for the Bloods. Plays on quickly by hand. Gives it to Brock Harvey. Brock Harvey playing up the field. Shallow inside forward 50. Keck overruns the footy for the Bloods. Offering support will be Smith. It might be a whistle on play for a hold. And it's Noah Walsh. Walsh now for the Dragons. He'll go outer side wing. Looking for Montague. Spills to the back of the pack. Taggart probably got one too high. Umpire let it go. Outer side wing. Eventually the umpire will ball it up. So 2-1-13 Sandhurst. The Bloods yet to score. And Don, they're just struggling to get past half forward.
Well, it's just the point. You go inside 50 and you grasp the ball.
Hoskin gets the tap off, looking for Montague, bends down, picks it up, gives it back to Coughlin, around the corner, puts it towards centre half board, bouncing ball. They're out though, the Dragons are coming forward again, going inside forward 50. Thornton up a one-on-one contest, but they're able to just hold it up. Getting it out of there was Byrne, kicks it out wide, out, but it's coming back close to the boundary line, out of side, forward pocket, right on the upper 50, and there will be a throw-in, Johnny.
Yes, Dragons have settled well. They've hit the pack and hit it running at the moment, hit the ground here at the QEO. Umpire will throw it in. 70 out from goal. Scoreboard side. Dragons left half forward attack. Looks like Paul Pratt picking up Herlihy. Double-handed fist again by Hocking. Puts it into the path of Montague. He's found ground, but he was good enough to handball it to Hood. Hood lost the footy there. Bloods under attack. Herlihy getting involved. Another whistle on play. Might be a free kick for Bloods. And it's going to go to Brock Harvey. Free kick. 13-point margin. The Bloods yet to score. Sandhurst 2-1-13. Live major finals football on Fresh Bendigo.
Well, Harvey now for the Bloods in front of the scoreboard. Out of side. Just summing up the situation, taking a long time. Umpire says, move along, son. He does. Goes long, down the wing. Big pack form, big pack. No one's able to get hands on it. Well done, Horsburgh. Gets hold of it. Got the handball off. Oh, tackled Rhodey. Got to the ground. But eventually, he just, all's just stopped there, just waiting for the umpire. Ball it up, son, he says. And he will as he comes in on half forward on the outer side, as the Dragons trying to build to bring it back inside their forward 50 again.
Umpire will throw it up, 70 out from goal. Dragons attack too strong there. Big Hosking, he punches it forward. He was looking for Zimmer, couldn't find him. Blair Holmes as well, but it's with Cooper Leon now, the Bloods. A handball through the middle, though. They're going to cop it up here. Noah Walsh gets tackled for the Dragons. Umpire will say, give the footy to me and ball it up. And they're just fumbling under pressure, the Bloods.
Just look at that there, John. If Noah hadn't have stopped that, they were away then.
They were too. They looked like they were out and about, but they just didn't hit the target. Hosking again gets it down. Oh, Rhodey just pulled it out of the pack, gave it off to a teammate. They go inside forward 50 again, leading out. Bouncing ball. Wow, Sexton just couldn't quite get the hands on it. Just that little fumble, pushed it towards the boundary line, and again, over the line, out of bounds, 25 metres out, deep into the grandstand side again of the QEO. Can they get another score? Plenty of players around this throw-in. Hoskin, Allen, Hoskin takes it out of the ruck, bends, goes back, gives it off to a teammate now. That was Connick, kicks it up in the air, taking a good strong mark. Was it Sexton? No, it might have been Thornton, was it?
Matt Thornton.
It is, big Matt Thornton, and he's going to go back and have a kick. He handballs it off, gives it away to... Oh, that was... that was a good kick. Wharton, Joe Wharton just stood there. He knew that he was on his left boot, right in the pocket. Thornton saw what he was doing. Umpire was just, no, he can't do that, son. You get out of the area.
He's going to do it again, is he?
Well, he is again, but he just can't. He can't give it to him now. He's going to have to go back. He'll start it, has to start it at the left goal post. Comes in. Been away for a few months and he's gone the wrong side of the stick and through for a minor score. 2-2-14. The Dragons, South Bendigo, yet to score in this first quarter. We've played just on 11 and a half minutes and the Dragons are doing all the attack early on.
Torpy will bring it in for the Bloods from fullback. It's just a little bit unsure where to go. He's looking to bring it to grandstand side. Now he steps out of this defensive square, kicks it straight to Alex Wharton, the opposition, for the Dragons. It's too far out to score. Now he goes short. That's the poor kick floating in front of the pack with Zach here for the Bloods. He'll now swing it wide to Taggart. Taggart's got the footy. In fact, it's Johnson. Johnson now, he'll go beyond 50. They're out if they want here. Isaiah Miller, they've horseshoed in and out. And now Miller will play on quickly. He'll dump it down the line. And he's kicked it straight to Ruff. It's a little bit too severe for him for the Dragons. Now spills to the back of the pack. Good defensive work. Ruff again. He picks up the ball. Goes to Ireland by hand. Ireland falls over. Dragons under pressure. Noah Walsh offering support. He'll mop up now. Noah Walsh, long kick to the outer side wing, bouncing footy. He spots up James Coughlin. He goes by hand. Geez, they're away here. Coughlin kicks it long inside forward 50, looking for Thornton, bouncing footy, 45 out from goal, and they move that quickly from the back line, and we'll have another ball in. 2-2-14 Dragons. Bloods yet to score, 12 and a half gone in the opening term.
And I'm okay with that result. We've got a boundary throw in here, especially when when South had it in deep in their forward line, and now I think it's 2 kicks, and we're now throwing it in. So
just can't get their hands on it, Donny.
No.
They can't control the ball when they do get it, and they're just blasting it inside forward 50. And Dragons' defence, Noah Walsh has been really good early on the ball. Tapped down forward by Hoskins, close to the boundary line. A little too close again, over. Seeing it over there was Hood.
Might be out of bounds.
That's out on the
full.
full.
Might have been
Yeah,
on
it
the
is.
full, wasn't it? It come off the back of, it might have been Johnson's foot, and it's going to be a Dragons free kick right in front of the scoreboard. It comes, they go long, go top of the square, big pack, plenty of bloods there. Sexton was the target, punched off the pack and through and over the line, and it'll be another throw-in. About 25 metres around, still deep into attack for the Dragons. They lead 14-0 at the 12.5, nearly 13.5 minute mark of the first quarter.
Umpire will throw it in. We're in attack here. Dragons, City in. Hoskins, he's grabbed it out of the air, and it's just a tumbling ball towards the boundary line. Alex Wharton's kicked another goal. Dragons, he just came from nowhere. All of a sudden, he was in the play. The ball was sitting on the goal line. Poor defensive checking by South Bendigo. Live score sponsor, Meat Matters, and that is their third goal. 3-2-20. They are leading South Bendigo, yet to score. 14 minutes gone, opening term, and worrying signs for the Bloods.
For sure, and there wasn't any close checking in there. South would definitely have numbers around the ball and behind the ball. It looked like they were really well set up there. But once again, Hosking giving them first use. I will take my hat off to keep forward Thornton, just keeping that ball in front to allow Wharton to pick up that crumb and kick it truly. So great goal. They're goals that hurt.
Back in the middle, ball thrown in the air. Ruckman set themselves. Dragons, though, this time in trouble. They're coming out here quickly, going there by Antonowitz. Goes inside forward 50, can't hit the target again. Ball hits the ground. It's going to be a free kick. It will be. And it's going to be Harvey who'll take the free kick for the Bloods. Right in front of the change rooms on the outer side. Now he's going to have to kick it from about 45 metres on a very, very tight angle on the outer side.
So, Brian, we're 15 minutes in, and that's their first centre clearance.
First centre clearance and first time they get an opportunity, Donny, and that's the problem. They haven't had these opportunities, but Harvey, he's been one of their better players all year. Getting told he won't miss it from here. Johnny said that yesterday quite a few times. Comes in, watches the goal umpire. On the board for the Bloods. They go to one straight. And that is on Breach Apparel, Ben. Good work.
Yeah, as I mentioned, first centre clearance, Antonowitz comes straight at the front of the square, so that's probably something that they need to look for. They've got to restart. Let's see if they can mirror that again and have another go at it. So I think that's the key. The forward line was open. Harvey leads well, as we mentioned earlier on, so and great finisher.
Yeah, it was just for a free kick over the shoulder. Ruff was really punching the ground when he did it. He realised he'd made it blue. But now it'll be Coughlin who wins it out of the middle for the Dragons. Puts it in the path of Jake McLean. Good punch from the rear by Hare, but Coughlin followed up his own footy. Now the Dragons will go forward. Montague, he's got the ball. He goes one way, then the other. He gets collared. Good, strong tackling. It's Keck now. Picks it up. In fact, it was Torpy. Torpy sends it long to the outer side wing. Good fist, Nelly. Nelly comes towards Connick. Connick of the Dragons. Handball forward. James Coughlin. Series of handballs. They're working it nicely. Now it'll go inboard. James Coughlin. He kicked it long to the top of the square.
Yeah, going to be a free kick.
Is he going to play
tackle,
it?
Hard tackle. Brody, I reckon. Yep.
Yeah,
Did he
right.
play for that, Don, or not?
No, not at all. He hit the drop of the ball. It was a really soft drop from Sandhurst forwards, and he hit that with speed. And that wasn't there's no lowering the knees or anything there. He was first in there, and he wanted to get that crumb, and he wanted to kick a goal. And here it is, free kick, lining up.
He hit it hard too. He hit the pack really hard, and it was good work by the two forwards, just dropping it at the feet.
So, Rhodey, this will hurt again. It's a quick answer after Brock Harvey hit the board for the Bloods. Rhodey kicks a goal. Yes, what a game. Got a good game of footy here on our hands. Live score sponsor Rural and Outdoors in Castlemaine. It is now 4-2-26 to the Bloods. 1 goal straight 6. We're approaching the 20-minute mark. Opening term here. Elimination final at the QEO.
What I like there, though, is commitment to hit the drop of the ball. Whether he's going to pick that up or not, he charged through, and the free kick was there every day. So for him to charge through, Rhodey to charge through like that and be rewarded. I'd say we'll see a little bit more of that.
Yeah, certainly will. It was very good. Johnson in the ruck now. A couple of changes as the ball goes back into the middle of the ground. Up goes Hoskin again, but he knocks it down, but straight to the Bloods. Now Antonowicz gets it around the corner. He's at the half forward, big back. Good strong. Goes back and be turned over. They drag it underneath and take it. Punch it away, and he's taken a good strong mark. About 35 metres out here, just on 30. He'll go back and have a shot on guys. We need this one. Quick reply. Up and down the ground. Get their hands at the ball out of the middle of the ground. On goal. He comes in. We're right behind it. It's coming back. It's coming back. It has come back along. Way through a second. They go to 2. That is on your it's Strath Village.
And that was contributed to their second clearance. Hoskin didn't find a target, and they came out through their wing. But 2 great contested marks, and then go back and slot it at the Barnard Street end. That's very, very impressive, kicking into that win. But so far, their 2 goals have come from their centre clearances.
Yeah. This coach hasn't got a lot of the footy yet, but he did on that occasion. Now Hosking will win it again. He gives a handball over the top to Rhodey. Rhodey through the Dragons will go to Montague. It was put into his path and he ran onto it nicely, and at 50 he takes a chest mark. Brodie Montague looking over his right shoulder. He's probably too far out to score, even though now he has a look at them. The goal square is empty apart from Matty Thornton. They're one-on-one. Short passes. That's a poor kick. He kicked it straight to, he had Joel Wharton on, but why go skinny side there?
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. He had numbers in front of him, and he had players lining up in front to get hit the drop, and we saw Rhodey do it, so why not give him another opportunity?
Exactly right. Ball thrown back in the pocket. Hoskin gets his around. Johnson can't get a hand on it. Ball at ground level. Stacks on the mill. Umpire just running, roping around the pack and just says, no, give it to me. I'll ball it up again. About 35 out. Dragons goals deep into attack again. They lead by 14 points at the 20-minute mark. We just tipped into time on. Ball off the pack. Bending down, trying to get it there was Coughlin. James picks it up. Got a teammate. Tries to give it off to Paul Pratt. Can't pick it up. Ball still in amongst the big pack of players. Umpire eventually says, no, give it to me and I'll ball it up again.
Dragons are attacking here, looking to get another one on the board at the 21-minute mark to the city end. Up they go in the rush. Hosking, he's been dominating. Jake McLean picks it up, gives it by hand neatly to Holmes. Holmes around the body. Montague got a lot on it. Joel Wharton runs through, made a path and kicked it off the ground. Soccer goal and pops it through for his first and Sandhurst 5th of this opening term. Live score sponsor, Meat Matters. It is now the Dragons 5-2-32. They lead the Bloods 2 straight goals, 21 minutes gone opening term.
South are just absolutely getting killed at the ground ball. Sandhurst, Sandhurst got their tails up now, and they're just pressing. So, I thought it was probably a three goal wind advantage, and we've seen 5 so far. So we're still probably eight minutes to go.
Deep into attack. They just seem to be able to get numbers to it. Ball back in the middle. Johnson gets up in front, knocks it down, but the Dragons have got the numbers. It's been turned over, picked up, and there's going to be a free kick as Hornsborough was about to get out, but Rhodey's going to get the free kick. He gives it off the run from behind. They go inside forward 50 again. Leading up was Thornton. Good pick up. Gives it off around the corner. Oh, couldn't get it around far. We've got it too far, Blair Holmes. It's gone across the face and through for a minor score. 5-3-33. The Dragons lead SouthBendigo 2 straight 12. 22 minutes gone, first quarter.
Let's see how this goes. They got picked off before, so it'd be interesting to see what they'll do.
They've come out this side every time, Don, haven't they? They've come to the grandstand side. Will they try and go to the opposite side? No, they're going to come to the grandstand side again. Big pack going forward. Good punch away by the defence. And over the line, out of bounds there by Hood. Worked it. No, it wasn't Hood. It was Murdoch for the Dragons. Punched it away. And there'll be a throw in about 55 out on the half-forward flank for the Dragons in this first quarter.
Live major finals football on Fresh Bendigo, picked up by Hosking again. He's had a heap of the footy. That ball was to nobody in particular. Byrne is on the bottom of the pack for the Bloods. Screaming for a free kick, but they won't get one. We'll have another stoppage and it will be a ball up on right half forward, Dragons attack.
Well, they haven't had any advantage from that kicking at all. They got killed over the line, and here we are, Sandhurst setting up again with Hosking just absolutely dominating.
You need to do something about Hosking. He wins that tap again. He put it down the throat of Montague, but hot on his hammer was Hurley of the Bloods. So again, we'll have another stoppage. Right half forward flank. Broadcast side. Beautiful conditions here at the QEO. Forecast rain, but there's none on the horizon just at the moment. Picked up by Johnson of the Bloods. He lost it. Paul Pratt tries to get his hands on the footy. McCaig now getting involved for the Bloods. Good tackling Hosking. He's doing everything at the moment as Sandhurst lead 33-12. Live major finals football on Fresh Bendigo.
Ball up again. Johnson up against Hoskin. He's dominated. Gets rid of his opponent. Taps it back. And the Dragons, they're going to run onto it again, they too. But good work by the defence, though, there of Ma. He got it out. The Bloods go through the centre of the ground. It's going to be a sprint race. Who can get there first? The Dragons have got numbers. Little toe poke. Did well. Got it to Noah Walsh. Did well. Now have to get the handball over the top. They do. They're out and running. Going to get run down from behind. Got the quick kick, but it's been marked by the defence. Got touched. Got called to play on. Went to a teammate there in Hare. He went out wide. Put his teammate under pressure. Dragons put the pressure on with the tackles. They'll go inside forward 50 again. Thornton the target. Bouncing ball. Can he keep it in? Can't quite. Just stood over the line in front of the scoreboard out of side. And it will be another throw-in deep into attack for the Dragons again. They lead here by 21 points. We've played 24 and a half minutes in the first quarter here on Fresh Live Footy.
Johnson, he wins the tap. He taps it straight to a pack of players and we'll get all tied up again. It'll be another ball up. So deep in their forward zone, Dragons. Not far from the scoreboard. It reads 33-12. Dragons are leading this game at the moment. They'll win possession through Hood. He goes to the back door to Rhodey. Hood gets it back. It was the old 1-2. Then he goes up the chimney. It goes up 50 and it goes forward about 10. Umpire says play on. Paul Pratt picks it up for the Dragons. He tries to make a path and can't. Taggart wraps him up and Burns out. Advantage is paid. Bloods now to the wing. Good punch behind. It was Taggart. He did well. It was Nally. Now it spills back to Nally. Nally needs to pick it up. He's got Paul Pratt running side by side. He can't get it to him. And we'll have another ball up. Halfway between the wing, swimming pool side and left half forward. Dragons attack 33 playing 12, 26 gone.
Hoskin up against Allen back in the ruck, but quick kick away there by the little man there and Hood. Couldn't quite get it forward. Bloods now kick it back down. Bouncing ball. Good work by Brock. Picks it up. Then had to spill it, though. The Dragons just working it there across their half-back. Got the numbers. Well, trying to get up there was Montague. Couldn't take the mark, and the ball was punched away. And McLean saw it over the line, out of bounds. Centre wing on the outer side. 25 and a half gone. Nearly 26 here at a 21-point lead to the Dragons as the ball's thrown in on centre wing on the outer side.
Rhodey, he'll run onto a footy. It's just... he gets it in the end. It just was out of his reach. Handed off to Hood. Hood goes to Walsh. Walsh will now cough it out. Now it's the Bloods' chance across half forward. They both players then hit the pack hard. Connick was getting involved. 70 out from goal. Connick now wins the footy and then loses it again for the Dragons. And the umpire seems to have a lot of stoppages at the moment on across half forward. Bloods attack. We'll have another ball up.
Yeah, it was just interesting that they just couldn't get their hands on the footy. They had numbers outside and they just couldn't get a release.
They could have hit it. They were off and running and able to get it inside forward 50. Ball thrown up again. Now knocked back. Hood and Rhodey there. Hood gives the Shepherd. Picked up by McLean. Went over the top to Hood. He was able to run onto it. Got tackled and stopped. You're going to get a high kick. No. Penalised. Yep. For holding on to...
He didn't need to take the ball then. He should have just hit it on.
Yeah, probably should have. He had a teammate just over the top. But now... with the Bloods, they'll go inside forward 50, but a big punch from behind. Ball got to ground level, picking it up and taking it towards the line, but there's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go to the Bloods again. And I know, well, it's been held up, still in a pack on the outer side, half-forward flank, pool side. Umpire says, give it to me, and I'll ball it up. And we're deep into this first quarter, 27 and a half gone, can't be long go. And there's going to be a free kick, and it will go to the Dragons on the outer side, and I think it's Paul Pratt will take it for them.
Yeah, it was undisciplined play by the Bloods. They just gave it up, and now they kick it long. Connor Sexton got his hands on the footy. It's just shoveled out. Bloods will have an opportunity through here. He can't win it. Wharton does. Fumbling ball still on the outer side wing, swimming pool side. We'll have to have an adjudication by the umpire, and we do. Sam Marr getting involved there also for the Bloods. Did well. And just forward of centre wing for the Dragons. We'll have another ball up. Swimming pool side. Up they go. Johnson does it for the Bloods. He tapped it into the path of Byrne. Byrne gets besieged. We'll have another stoppage and another ball up outer side wing.
Yeah, just probably just a little bit better defence at the moment. Ball off the top. Johnson got it away, but Dragons got numbers. They'll work it now out in the outer side. They'll go towards half forward. Bouncing ball. Wharton was the target. It just got past him, and it's gone over the line out of bounds for a throw-in. About 55 out on the outer side. 21-point lead to the Dragons. 28 and a half gone. First quarter. Ball about to be thrown in. Ruckman set themselves again. Hoskins been really good. Up against Johnson. Works his opponent under the ball. Holmes was there. Got it back, though. Good kick away from the pack there by Torpy. For all the Bloods. Gets it to centre wing, but it's coming back. The Dragons are going to go inside forward 50. Nelly got it towards Montague. Punched it away. Now the Dragons, can they get there first? No, they can't. Picked up there by McCraig for the Bloods. He gives it off to a teammate in Hornsbury, and they'll go inside.
To pop it through. Live score sponsor, Meat Matters, and that's their third. They go to 3 goals straight. I guess, Don, it doesn't matter how you get them, but they got them and they made hard work of it.
Yeah, but it shows you when they move the ball through space and hit their targets, they do look damaging. And to kick 3 into that breeze, it's a, I know the score. There's not much in it really, to be honest with you. It's kicking 3 into that wind. But it is, you'll be reeling it down back, fumbling that ball.
29, nearly 30 gone. Ball back in the middle. Johnson up against Hornsbury, just takes and got a free kick against Hornsbury. Has to go to Johnson. And Bloods will take it out of the middle of the ground. They run and play on deep inside forward 50. Bouncing ball is going to be a free kick again. Who's it going to? It's going to the Bloods. I think it's going to be Allen, is it? The big fella? And Will Allen will take the free kick. Just now he was on him, and whether he just held him, Johnny, I'm not quite sure. Didn't actually see it happen, but no, it's not going to be. We'll go back about a shot on goal. It's 30 minutes after the first quarter. And get himself back to just under 10 points. That'll be a real good margin. Got the distance, low and high. Four of the afternoon. They got a 4 straight 20. Still trail the Dragons 5-3-33. On your live score sponsor, Bendigo Bulk Carpets.
To have all the play in the first quarter and then let 4 in, I tell you what, you'd be fairly frustrated at break because that could have easily been a 5-3, especially late. We're 31 minutes in.
Yeah, well, you can't see the improvement much more in the Dragons, but you can the Bloods, because the Dragons have been playing some good footy, yet they only hold this lead by a margin that's back down there to 9 points as we're back into the middle. It'll be Marr that wins it for the Bloods, so they'll go forward again to right half forward. Byrne got his hands on the footy, but he had hands in his back, so Wilkinson gave it away. They'll play on through Poyser. Now Poyser goes.
Over to the pocket. Nelly for the Dragons, deep into the SouthBendigo social runes pocket of the QEO. And it comes straight down the line. Put it to half back. Behind Sexton, got it out. He'd be able to hold him up. Umpire said no. It was not a free kick as, well, he took his target over the line. wasn't able to get the free kick. In centre wing, 32.5 gone.
I think he was unlucky there.
Tried to break the tackle, didn't he, Donny?
He took it on, yeah.
Umpire will throw it in. Centre wing, front position. Hosking wins the tap. Blair Holmes will run onto it. Dives on top of the foot. He's hard at it. Hosking, bustling, big body. Spills now to Paul Pratt. Probably threw that out. Umpire let it go. James Coughlin to receive the ball from Lee Coughlin and then slewed off the side of his boat. You nearly caught that, Brian.
I nearly dived out the window, John.
Nearly come through the window. And it will be a free kick to Cooper Leon. So, long quarter. It's gone 33 minutes. We've had 9 goals in this game. Cooper Leon now for the Bloods. Short pass to Hurley. Receives. Defensive side of centre wing. Broadcast side. Just weighing up his option. Directs traffic a little. Then he kicks it long down the line. Line out from the footy. Picked up on right now, that's Matty Wilkinson. Matty Wilkinson, shallow inside forward 50. Van Human will run on for it to the Bloods. He'll have a look up. He's got not a lot to go to. He's going to kick in the direction of Conacher, the Dragons, the opposition. He overran the footy. Offering support, Dragons. James Coughlin. Quickly, he goes round the body also. He's got Thornton on. Thornton marks in front of the eyes. And this could be a very important kick at goal at the death.
For sure. Right. So, yeah, 33, nearly 34-minute mark. And it'll be interesting to see that last one come off that well. So you said he's been out of footy for a little while.
Yeah.
So let's see how he goes now. This is his opportunity to go in to the break just with that lead they probably deserve.
Now Thornton spins the ball in his hands. He'll cross the paint mark of 50 now. Not much of an angle to speak of. He'll make the distance easily. It'll be a matter of accuracy, which hits the post. Geez, they liked it for a moment. And that's a chance that they probably should have taken. 10-point margin now, 34 playing 24. South Bendigo trail, live major finals football on Fresh Bendigo.
Well, if I'm the coach of South Bendigo, I'm pretty happy at this stage of the game to be going in as a 10-point with that breeze as they bring it outside forward 50. Punching it, Sexton from behind, got it forward. Paul Pratt hit the front square of the pack. Wharton went through, couldn't take hold of it. Running hard at it there was Simpson for the Bloods. Couldn't quite get hold of it. Ball came out. Quick kick inside by Hood. Got over the back. Coughlins going to run onto it. It's a siren sounds right on the death knock, and he probably would have nearly run straight into goal, but it will be a 10-point lead at quarter time, John.
Well, I'll tell you what happened, Brian. He did have a shot at goal and it actually slammed into the post. So I don't know whether it was a genuine shot at all. So entertaining first term here. Let's go around the grounds for a fresh live update. The first semi-final in Loddon Valley. It's Bridgewater, 5-2-32. They lead Midiamo 3-1-19. Don't go anywhere. We've got a big cutthroat elimination final here. Very, very entertaining. It's a 10-point margin. Sandhurst lead. South Bendigo 5-4-34 to 4 goals straight 24. Live major finals football on Fresh Bendigo.
It's the song you choose.
Well, cross half back, I thought Walsh was very good as well, kept him out. Nelly had a bit of it early. Paul Pratt down forward. Hood was good. Alex Wharton kicked a couple of goals, very good. And the big ruckman was probably the most dominating player.
Daniel Johnson did well, as you said. I thought Cameron Taggart under pressure up front, even though he's getting beaten in the ruck around the ground, he's going to do some good work, but they certainly do have that improvement to come. So, well, they're kicking against the breeze now. They South Bendigo to the city end. It's South Bendigo, they trail 4 goals straight, 24 to Sandhurst, 5-4-34. So let's get the second term of this elimination underway. South Bendigo versus Sandhurst at the QEO. Here's Brian Manfred.
In place, just waiting for a few spectators to vacate the arena. And they'll get underway here as the last of the patrons leave the ground on the outside. Johnson up again against Hosking. Coming forward now around the outer side. Bouncing ball. Unable to pick it up there was Leon Cooper. There's an old forwarding here on the outer side early in the second.
It's taking long to still get it right, but Baldry now wins it. He'll butter up his own ball. Byrne will go forward now. He received an awkward ball inside forward 50. Keck got his hands on the football. So did Noah Walsh, who's playing it for the Dragons. The umpire said, OK, I'm going to give you that mark. Now, he'll go down through the middle. And kick to Connor Sexton in his path. He's inside 50. He tried to tap it over the top. I think he probably should have ran it harder. Now Thornton, he'll go by hand to Montague. Dragons will look to attack. Hood's on. He's free. In fact, it's Coughlin. That's James Coughlin, who holds the ball aloft, and he'll have a shot at goal directly in front. And this will be a good result.
Result now, open goal.
Kicks a goal for the Dragons. Good start. The first on the board in this second term. 5-score sponsor, Rural and Outdoors in Castlemaine. Sandhurst extend the lead, 6-4-40 to 4 goals straight, 24. And that's why you're the Castlemaine senior coach and not Don Moran.
In the forward 50, whereas that just ball just kept went out very, very well, and took it cleanly and then fed it back beautifully, and then to open up the corridor again in front of the goal was terrific.
One from that back half, Noah Walsh, and then running through it, and a good run from the Dragon inside. Ball back here, picked up by Ray, got it around to Coughlin, that was Lee, he banged it on the boot, bouncing ball towards half. In the back, it's going to get a free kick. On half forward for the Dragons. Another opportunity. Got one on the outside here. Sees him now. Does go there and kicks it out wide. And that was James Coughlin just on half forward. 50 metres out. Just lowers the eyes. Puts it towards Sexton. And Thornton couldn't quite get it. Big kick across the pack though. And eventually on the outer side, trying to put it there was poise up, couldn't get it. Ball in dispute. It's going to go over the line, out of bounds, and there will be a throw in deep in that pool pocket into attack again for the Dragons. We've played just on, 3.5 minutes here in this second quarter, and the Dragons have won early in the second, and they've blown the lead out to 16 points.
Johnson, won the in the cave. He then tapped it to Byrne cleverly. It was a little short pass, was effective. Now he plays on. It's a handball forward They'll move it nicely to Hurley. Hurley to left half forward. It goes to the back of the pack, bouncing footy. Noah Walsh will mop up, and he'll spread it wide. He's got Carraher. Carraher receives and takes a mark, and he'll slow things down on right half back for the Dragons.
Carraher, well, just holds it up now. Just goes down the wing, goes long, puts it out in front and running out, and Sexton just takes an easy mark, uncontested. On that, just on the attacking side of centre wing, goes along the ground. Oh, Poyser dropped probably what he should have taken. Spinning out of the pack was Hood. Post. Well, that would have been a real big goal for the Dragons, but a minus score, 6-5-41. They lead SouthBendigo 4 straight, 24, 4.5 gone. On your live score sponsor, Bendigo.
Into the blood and found Horbury. Horbury now spreads wide on the left. Spotted up a teammate, and that was good to Torpy. Torpy now on the left. He'll put it down the wing to Isaiah Miller. Isaiah Miller goes by hand to Cooper Leon. He'll go inside forward 50. Antonowitz is by himself. Only dropped the footy he should have taken. Then he tried to claim a free kick. Isaac Ruff did well, dragged it into the Dragons. I can't believe he dropped that footy. And now it goes over the top. Ruff, that series of handballs ended up with Carraker. Handballs forward to Lee Coughlin. Lee Coughlin goes down the line and hits up Hood. In fact, goes off hand, and it'll be a ball in. Can you believe that, Don Moran?
I can't. For a quality play like that, 30 metres in the clear, and then just absolutely coughed it up.
He spent it before he got it, Don. He had it all out, and he was gone and running. He thought he was going to be by himself, and he's...
It didn't look like he was even going to mark it.
No, was he by himself? We'll get back to that shortly as well.
Why? I do not know. Ball about to be thrown in. Centre wing, attacking side. Up in front, Hoskin knocks it down, but the Blood's got numbers. Trying to run through there was Hurley. Couldn't quite take it in the grab. Picked up and standing up in the pack, but the Bloods, it was Burke. And eventually the umpire said, no, give it to me, as Johnson and Hoskin will go at it again. Johnson in front. Tried to milk the free kick, or got a high tackle. It will be a free kick on Burke, as James Coughlin might have just wrapped the arm a little too high, and I did see it directly.
Now Byrne goes to Cooper Leon. Carraher got over his shoulders for the Dragons, so Leon will have a free kick. One too high. Leon now. He'll just weigh up his option. It's got a lead on. He ignores that from Keck. Decides to go to Antonowitz, who marks this one under pressure. Go figure. Now he spins and whirls and goes. You put it to Brock Harvey. Oh, running into his path was Blair Holmes, so it was brave by both players. Wilkinson, that's Matty. He mops up, gives it to Lee Coughlin. He spreads it further afield to Montague. Montague will go down the wing, and he's coughed that up, and he kicks it straight to Keck, and they'll bring it back the other way, the Bloods.
Chips it over the top, finds Cooper Leon, who just takes an easy mark. Centre wing out of side. He decides, no, I'll go back, and I'll go to big Daniel Johnson. Johnson looks through the centre of the ground. He's got a teammate standing all alone at centre half back. Now, they need to use the ball and play on quickly. They do. He goes back to Johnson, though, gives the handball off to the run and support of Miller. He goes deep inside forward 50. Big pack forms. No, Walsh, was it? No, he didn't pick it up. It wasn't Walsh. It was actually Ruff. He got tackled, brought to ground. Under pressure, the Dragons back half. Well done by the defence. Holmes gives it off to the run now, and they run through. Rorody takes two bounces, runs towards the centre of the ground, gets the 1-2 off Hoskins, goes out to the outer side. Coughlin will be first there in front of Miller. He picks it up, one grab, one touch footy. Does it well, turns, poor kick inside. It's going to be turned over, and it'll be the Bloods from half back who'll take it back to centre wing.
It was Torpy goes to Hurley. He's on the wing. Hurley, a little bit of a don't argue. Then he runs. Tempo is up now. Oh, he's got a player on, spots him up. Another player alone in the forward.
Antonowitz is deep.
It's Smith. Smith will go to Antonowitz. He's on the goal line, but Antonowitz just turned over his shoulder, watched it go through, and popped it through for one on the board. Red hot footy here at the QEO. Live major finals football on Fresh Bendigo. It's 5 goals, 30 straight to 6-5-41, and the live score sponsor is Meat Matters.
You'll be disappointed with that build-up from Sandhurst. Beautifully back through the corridor, and then that inside 50 grasped it and turned it over, and they've hit him on the back end. So they need to be a bit more accountable down back, Sandhurst.
Yep.
Live score update elimination final MCDFNL Malden 3-1-19 to Lexington 2-2-14. And Navarre, 6-5-41 to Denali, 3 behinds, and that was quarter time.
Ball out of the centre again, but the defence is going to be just a little too strong. Good picking out there was the young man in Wilkinson. He gave the handball off, ended up with Wharton, bouncing ball. No one was able to pick it up. Wilkinson picked it up on the spin, got tackled, had to handball it off, got it to Wharton, got tackled and held. It's going to be a free kick, and it will go to Montague. And no, it's going to be pinged the other way. It's holding the ball, and it's going to the Bloods on centre wing. As, well, it will be the free kick. It will go to Jaden Sheen. Sheen, he's got to turn it over. Hood was able to step in. The mark. He's put it through. The Dragons got something from nothing. Poor turnover. Sheehan and Hood punched it off, was able to run onto it and get another one for the Dragons. And that is a very, very nice goal from Hood. And that will take the Dragons now on to 7-5-47. They lead SouthBendigo 5 straight 30. We've played just on 9.5 minutes. And your live score sponsor, the Variety Super Sauce Strath Village.
Coach Killer Don.
Yeah, Sheen will be absolutely reeling, and so will the bench, crossing across half back and giving them a look. It was a great defence to be able to bring that ball to the ground, and they finished truly.
Would he be under instruction to play corridor like that, or he just made a bit of a muff?
Well, I was going to talk about that a little bit, but
Right.
we'll hold off on that.
Hold it, we'll get to that. As we go back into the middle, Hosking, he goes up in the ruck, he wins the tap. Now it's will be Hood again. Geez, he's had some kind of influence now. He's back into the middle. Bit of volleyball going in the middle. Lachlan getting his hands on the ball, but it's eventually the Bloods through Mark. Mark put it cleverly to a teammate on left half forward. As the Bloods go forward again, it goes to the back of the pat. Matty Wilkinson might have got one too high. He did. And the Dragons will mop up here. And another question I've got for you when we've got time is Antonowicz has been goal side twice with our players within 50 metres of him, it felt like to me anyway.
Well, both times he was, Don. He was just, they did it easy. And he just got no one near him at all. Ball kicked out to half forward, turnover by Nelly. And eventually it's going to come back inside forward 50. Going back with the flight of the ball. Trying there with Ireland. Couldn't quite hold the mark. And it's fumbled over the line out of bounds for a throw in. 55 out grandstand side. Forward pocket for the Bloods. Deep into attack. They trail by 17 points. 11 minutes gone, second quarter. Ball thrown back in. Hoskin got a little push from underneath. Couldn't quite get it there. Teammate Bob Burke got it out to the young man and put it to the top of the square. That was a nice kick by Will Keck. But it has been punched away over the line out of bounds for another throw-in. Only a metre around from the point post. Still on the grandstand side of the QEO.
Dragons lead by 17. Bloods are attacking. Deep in the forward pocket. Thornton does the ruck work. Tapped it to Paul Pratt. He kicked it beyond 50 defensively. As they all run in after the footy, Paul Pratt butters up. Then he goes handball over the top to Zimmer. Zimmer probably stepped over the line, and he did, and it'll be a ball in just in front of us broadcast side.
It's actually a good result. He was under a lot of pressure then. So,
It would have been just banging it on the boot.
To get a stop there, he had nothing in front of the ball anyway.
Ruckman set themselves again. Good knockdown. Or coming up there was Cooper Leon. Couldn't hit a target. Holmes tries a little toe poke off the ground. Can't get it out of the area. Picked up by Cooper Leon again. 1-2. Ball now coming straight back inside towards Keck. Keck, though, under plenty of pressure from behind the Dragons' defence in Murdoch. Helps it him over the line, out of bounds for another throw-in. Deep into attack for the Bloods again.
So we'll just set here for the Bloods. They need to get a couple on the board to this scoring end, you would think. Big punch into the hot spot, running onto his Brock Harvey, got legged. Got legged, running towards goal. He's only 15, 20 metres out on a 45-degree angle, and he should kick the goal. But, yep, they need this one, Don.
They do, and I was just interested to see what's happened to Hamish Hosking. So Thornton's been in the ruck for quite some time. So it's interesting that there's a decent matchup now in the rucks with Johnson and Thornton.
So Hosking gone to the bench, has he?
Yeah, I was just looking at the bench there and see whether he's injured or not.
Brock Harvey now. He'll kick this for sure. He took 2 steps and went bang and popped it through. So here they come. SouthBendigo, live score sponsor, Meat Matters. Straight kicking at the moment. It's 6 goals straight, 36. Trailing Sandhurst 7-5-47. Live score sponsor, as I said, Meat Matters. Here's the main coach, Don Moran.
Well, South are peppering. They're really pushing. They're just getting some pressure ball inside. But if they can continue to keep some forward half football, they'll keep the ball locked in. And you can see as soon as Harvey gets on the move, he's very, very dangerous. So they keep doing that.
Thornton up against the big man in Will Allen. Ball knocked straight down to Horbury. He knocked it inside forward 50, and coming out and taking a good strong mark is Smith, who was in the ruck, has gone forward and now has a set shot 45 metres out directly in front to really put some pressure on the Dragons. 14 and a half gone, second quarter, deep into attack. They've kicked 6 straight, haven't missed yet, the Bloods. They've had the kicking boots on this afternoon as Alec Smith crosses the arc of 50, kicks from 48 metres on the breeze. This is going to be their first wrong side of the stick, and no, it won't be their first. It's gone over the line out of bounds to the full, and it'll be taken by Liam Ireland in the last line of defence, and chips it across, finds a teammate now who they kick it out wide. There was Walsh, and he found a teammate on the outer side.
He went further afield to Carraher. False economy there. It doesn't show on the scoreboard. It's still a straight kicking, if you believe that. Wharton gives it to Holmes by hand. Oh, he's got a running Jake McLean, who was riding side-by-side shotgun. He goes and finds Connick. Connick now, he'll turn and go. He'll put it into the pocket. Poor kick. Isaiah Miller gets his hands on the free. Free kick. The footy, I reckon.
I think, yeah, it's running at it. It was a pretty ticky touch, but Donna, I'm looking at your facial expressions and I'm not seeing. I don't think that the free kick was very touchy. Yeah.
Get yourself in a good position, especially in front into that door.
They needed that one to the Barnard Street ends. Live score sponsor, Rural and Outdoors in Castlemaine. It is now 8-5. Goal straight 36, and I suppose Brock Harvey did get a little softy with the first one each, didn't he?
It's an equaliser, is it?
Oh, well, do they do that nowadays?
No, they don't.
They don't.
Not
Especially down our way.
Yeah, not that they tell you that, but yeah, I reckon sometimes there's a little, maybe just a little help either way. Antonowitz just coming back onto the ground. He's going to go straight through to the middle of the ground. As we said before there, Don, is still no Hoskin out there at all. Thornton still in the ruck up against Will Allen. Ball thrown in the air. Well, Allen gets it down, but it's going to be James Coughlin running onto it for the Dragons. He bangs it on the boot, puts it inside forward 50. Taking it was Connick, turns inside. He's got a teammate over the top, but it's been cut up by the Blood. Through the middle now, they get it through Allen. He takes it, holds it, comes out. Oh, shocking looking kick. Ball off the pack, bouncing ball, running onto it, towards it. There was Sheen. He got tackled, brought to ground. Umpire crosses the arms and says, "Give it to me." As Carraher was getting up off it.
In the grandstand. The worry that you'll offend, won't you, by pushing forward, and he just rolled nicely at the knees. Sharking the ball, Antonowitz, clever handball over the top. Now the Bloods will build off the wing. It's a long kick in the cage. Inside forward 50. Good strong mark. Cooper Leon, in front of his eyes, he was one-on-one with Noah Walsh, and he won the footy. And at 45 metres, he's going to have a shot at goal.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of this fella, and he's got good hands above his head. His head made an impact in this quarter. He's gone quiet in the last probably five minutes, but he was red hot early. So I think he was 2v1 then. Clunked it between them, so it was great grab.
He might be just at his limit. Let's see what he does with it. He gets under. It's going to make the distance easily. It's going to be a goal. It's going to be a goal. It went through three-quarter post height. Might have been a bit of breeze around it, but what a magnificent finish. Live score sponsor, Meat Matters. SouthBendigo now 7 straight with one out on the full 42 to Sandhurst 8-5-53. We've gone 18 and a half minutes second term.
His run-up didn't build me a lot of confidence, I'm afraid. So he had a bit of a stutter, but...
when it hit the boot, it never looked like missing.
Didn't matter, did it?
No. But, yeah, if you if you put stutters in your run up, but gee, he did it beautifully. It was left to right, city end, lovely shot.
Ball back in the middle again. Umpire will throw it in the air. Thornton up against Allen, knocks it straight down. Picked off though by Coghlan, and Lee banged it on the boot. Picked up by Horsburgh. Horsbury bangs it. Horbury, sorry, bangs it down towards half forward. Nice work by Nelly. Got the handball out. Picked up by Poyser. Banged it on the boot. Bouncing ball towards the boundary line. Horbury, and the ball over in front of. There was Brock Harvey and his opponent, and the ball will be thrown back inside, deep into attack for the Bloods again. 42 plays 53. 19 just about to tick into a time on. Picked up by Cooper Leon. Did he get enough on it? Punched away. No, he's got it all the way. Cooper Leon, that is a magnificent goal, and punched it out of the pack. Kicked it on the snap and put it straight through the middle. That is goal of the day for sure here this afternoon. And a big one for the Bloods. 8 straight, 48. They still just trail the Dragons, 8-5-53. We've played 20 minutes in this second quarter. Live score sponsor, Bendigo Bulk Carpets.
He's having some quarter, isn't he?
He's having influence, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yep. So that was terrific. He's just well sharked. He got to the fall of the ball, and she's a snap around the corner. I think you're right there, Brian. I think that so far that's goal of the day for sure.
They'll come forward again through Byrne, who got it out of the middle for the Bloods to right half forward. Collared underneath the chin was Matty Wilkinson, and he'll get a free kick left half back. The Dragons they'll do well to hold here and not concede another goal. They might. Byrne now picks up Keck by hand. They'll go forward. Shallow inside forward 50. Poyser received from Herlihy. Poyser wants to move it quickly. He does. He's got the lead on by Harvey. Will take a mark and will kick a goal. Don't you worry about that. 35 out directly in front.
Too easy. Little bit, just mucking around. The kick on half back here, Dom, was, not hitting the target on centre wing. You're better off just to bang it and get it out of your area and put it along the boundary line.
Well, the skiller was there, but I don't think that the actual kick was there. He probably shouldn't have taken that. So, the dump down the line was probably the best option. They were set up behind it.
Brock Harvey, City End, sun shining here at the QEO. There is a little bit of rain forecast, but no sign of it as Brock Harvey misses one that he ordinarily gets every single time. It was just lucky to sneak in for a minor score. SouthBendigo now 8-1, their first blemish, 49. Sandhurst 8-5-53, 22 gone second term.
Well, could have hit the front, the Bloods, and put the pressure back on the Dragons. Walsh from fullback runs his full distance from fullback, goes long towards the centre wing, off the pack. Nice little tap to himself there. Nicely done by Isaiah Miller. Kicked it around the corner, marked by Keck on half, right on 50. He just looks inside. Now has to kick it to the top of the square. Dragons got the numbers, should be able to take the easy mark. Wharton, that's Alex, who takes it for the Dragons 35 metres out from his defensive goal.
He's got his defensive goal at his back, of course. Now he'll just run and go, and he'll spread it wide. Outside wing swimming pool. Hood did well. He's having some kind of game. Short pass. He'll spot up Rough. In fact, it's Sexton. Sexton by hand to Montague. Wharton under pressure, gives it to Walsh. They're on half-back. Good tackle, Ma. He should have been rewarded.
Will be.
He will be, and he gets a free kick on left half forward.
Ma.
Oh, he's got Herlihy if he wants him. He ignores that. He goes to the pocket. They set themselves. Poyser got one too high. Gets dragged down in the contest, and he'll have a shot at goal on a pretty tight angle underneath the scoreboard.
Well, they're certainly pressing, aren't they? So once again, skill error. Wrong option on half-back. And then a turnover. But great pressure from SouthBendigo. The tackling pressure there was fantastic, and be able to swoop on the ball. And here we are, set shot.
Poyser now. Deep, hard up against the boundary line.
Difficult spot.
Yeah, but they quite often kick them from there, Brian. Not on that occasion. Another minor score. So they're crawling towards their target to at least even it up. It's a 3-point margin. 50 SouthBendigo, 53 Sandhurst. Live major finals football on Fresh Bendigo. 24 minutes gone.
Well, they've had their opportunities the last couple to probably take the lead into going into half time, but just haven't been able to get the score on the board. As Noah Walsh waits for the ball to come back
Watch it down at the Hargroves Melon.
Well, I think it nearly went to the Hargroves Mel. Here it comes. Finally, and Walsh will take it now. He'll set himself up. He's got a couple of players sitting in under the scoreboard that he can kick out there. Boys are just holding the area. He decides to go to that side. Good kick. Finds Alex Wharton. Wharton turns and kicks it long to centre wing. A big pack coming in for Johnson. Takes a nice mark for the Bloods. Turns, arcs. And Tonowitz there, takes the mark, hits the ground, plays on, steps around his opponent, goes towards goal. Now they're in front, the Bloods. That's a good goal by Caden and Tonowitz.
Keck
And,
it was, mate.
oh, was Keck,
Yeah.
was it? Sorry.
He gave it.
Keck, he did give it off. And the ball, and that is the lead to the Bloods here just before the halftime siren. And they get another one. They go to 9-2-56. They lead Sandhurst 8-5, 53-25 gone in this second quarter on your live score sponsor, Variety Super Source, Strath Village.
Tell you love a ruckman clunking that dump down the line, and Johnson did that. So they spread the ball really well, South, but he got set up and took a great mark.
Yeah, and Antonowitz made the most of it, and that little give was clever. As we go back into the middle, ball is won eventually by Byrne. Kicks it forward, but floating in front of the pack was Noah Walsh of the Dragons. Been under pressure, the back line here.
They have.
The last 10 minutes or so, Dragons. Walsh being one of those players. He'll go Matty Wilkinson, short pass, receives. Defensive arc of 50. Dragons near the scoreboard. Bit of cloud cover coming in now at the QEO. Matty Wilkinson, just in your own time, son. Now he plays on and runs. He goes quickly down the wing, down the line again. Oh, flying high there was James Coghlan. Come off hands. Geez, he got some air then, but come off his hands, and it's over the line for a throw-in. 56 playing 53. Bloods by 3 points. 26 minutes almost ticked over in this second term.
And Hamey Hosking is back out in the ground.
Back out in the ground. Geez, he's off for a long time.
Yeah, it's got a heavy strap on the calves, but no, I'm not sure whether that was it. Off to Rhodey, got the handball to him, got tackled, had to give it off. Burke picked it up for the Bloods, and then it was quickly tackled over the line. And it will be a throw-in on the outer side. Liam Burke did very well there. Rhodey was off and running, but just couldn't quite break the tackle, and then had to go back into the pack. And just couldn't hit the target. Ball thrown back in. Hosking up against Johnson. Johnson wins the tap down towards Keck. Walsh. Oh, got him high. Should have been a free kick. Will be a free kick. Will be a free kick to Keck on the outer side. And a 50-metre penalty.
Undisciplined.
Well, can't be back chatting the umpire as he plays on quickly. Inside forward 50. Ball got over the back. Dragons got the numbers, have to pick it up. They're getting a little handball off. Montague, little grubber kick towards McLean. Can't pick it up. Ball still towards the line, eventually over the line. Out of bounds. Throw in 45 metres around from the Bloods goals here deep into this second quarter in the grandstand side.
Now, Hosking, that's actually quite normal for those calves there, Brian. He had them all year, he's had them like that. So he did have a soft injury tissue earlier in the season, but he was off the ground for a long time. Whistle on play, Dragons.
Yeah, Montague.
For one too high at the bottom of the pack. They needed that. Seemed to go wrong for them when he went off the ground, though, didn't it, Don?
He was off for a long time, so there's obviously something that's not right with him.
So Montague just gathering his senses. This is a little bit of byplay, if you ask me. They've done it a couple of times. I reckon they're wasting time because they know this is a scoring end. Now he's told to play on, which he does. Thornton couldn't get it. Isaiah Miller did. Bloods. Pick it forward to Keck. I don't know if he intended that to be the target. Scrubbing ball inside 50. Now Nelly will clean up for the Dragons. Quickly kicks it to the wing. Thornton got his hands on the footy. Juggling mark. Needs to get it forward now. He's got Paul Pratt running if he wants, and also got Jake McLean, but he ignores both of them. He'll go for Hood. Hood used it. Oh, in fact, it's Coghlan. Gives it by hand to Joel Wharton. Ran into Taggart. Ran into a brick wall.
It's going back.
And I just went through all that for nothing because it's a free kick.
Yeah.
I was very good then too, Brian.
You were too. You're on a bit of a roll.
I was, and it's Antonowitz with the footy.
Nothing like pumping up your own tyres, Johnny, as the ball goes out wide. Antonowitz hits the target, and there's going to be a blood rule, I think. It's coming all the way back. Or is it going to stay out that side? No, it's coming all the way back. Antonowitz will take a free kick as I think there's a blood rule as Connick comes off the ground and
Oh,
the hit off the bark was not good. A little one from Big Bear Thornton gives it up to the run inside board 50 up and undertaking an easy mark was 20, nearly 29 gone. Deep into attack. Dragons, but the Blacks have control.
Well, he had it in the back pocket, window short to Isaiah Miller. I think that's starting known to have in the past. Plays on quickly, Miller. You put it to the outer side wing. They'll set themselves. 4 deep. It's been a Bloods mark. I don't know how he got it, Alex Smith, but he did. Now he plays on quickly. He gets mowed down from behind. Did not have the awareness. Umpire said play on. Probably shouldn't have. Paul Pratt. He gave it there to Connick. Connick through the Dragons. They'll go inside forward 50. Poor kick. Collects by Johnson. He gives it by hand. And now to Langley. Ball. Hand off it to Taggart. Nice little dance, sold some candy. Short pass wasn't long enough for Hurley. Hurley down the line. Front position. Big punch. Matty Wilkinson knobs up, gives it by hand to McLean.
McLean over the top, gives it to the running. Kick around the corner, wasn't real good. Looking for Sexton. Turned over. The Blood's going to go back through this corridor. Picking it up there was Horsburgh. Gets it off to Cooper Leon. Oh, I thought he played on. He took a couple of steps, didn't go off the line, says the umpire. And he's going to kick it on. Got a lead coming up. Easy mark. And it will be the man in Brock Harvey who'll go back and have a shot on goal about 35, 40 metres directly in front.
Lucky for Brock Harvey leading up and hitting with that pass, because you don't turn your back on goal when you take a mark. There's someone sitting right on the goal line.
He was by himself for a long time.
Yeah. And he turned his back on and didn't even look at him.
So Brock Harvey. And as the siren has gone for half-time, to give them a 9-point lead at half-time here in the elimination final. Bloods, he crosses the arc of 50, runs to 45, runs the goal umpire, leans back and watches it go straight over the top of his head for their 10th. They go to 10-2, 62. They lead the Dragons. It was 8 goals, 8-5, 53 here. Your live score sponsor is the Variety Superstore Strat Village.
Well, they looked like they were taking their time to get in front, kicking to that end, but they finally did with the 2 or 3 in a row late, Don, particularly that last one. It's a handy goal, isn't it?
Well, they come unstuck along the wing. They had possession of the football, Sandhurst, and then just couldn't execute. Probably the wrong going short across half forward and turned the football over and then got hit pretty quickly back through the corridor. And Horbury, he won't miss. And it hit up beautiful kick with that lead up, which was great. So Cooper Leon, I tell you what, he will be very, very happy because that goal possibly may not have been a goal. Brock Harvey was a great finish, wasn't it? I think he kicked 2 for that quarter, so he's finished with 3 so far for the half.
That's right. Let's go around the ground for a fresh live update from the lobby. Time. Bridgewater 10, 3, 54, 40. So, yeah, interesting times, and we've got.
Sanders will let him back in. I know that wind's quite strong, but that won't do it for him. But it's amazing, isn't it? When you look at American football, when you get that defensive mindset, your running stops. And there's been times where Sandhurst have gone inside their forward 50 and just haven't had any support and any crumbles like that they did in that first quarter. So when you
Ruckman off the ground, the big fella not being out there for quite some time was definitely probably hurt them because they didn't have the centre breaks, did they?
For him, I thought when they moved Allen forward, I thought that was actually a very, very good move. But for him he's probably off for at least 20 minutes.
He was. We'll dissect that and a lot more. It's half-time here at the QEO in the cutthroat elimination final. One thing for sure, it will be on in the second half because it is winner take all at the end of the game. SouthBendigo take the lead at half-time at the QEO, 10-1-62. They lead the
Hosking off the ground sort of did hurt them in most of that quarter.
Yeah, for the Bloods, Martin Horvath started to get his hands on the footy, but some quality ball at times. Brock Harvey providing a target. Cooper Leon, he kicked a nice goal in the set shot. Then he kicked one in general play from around the body, and he's getting a lot of the ball. Also, Liam Burns starting to get his hands on the ball. Alex Smith as well. And up back, also, they've had some good servants through doing a bit of ruck work with Daniel Johnson. Torpy at times, Will Keck. So they're certainly starting to hit their straps. And through the ball. Question.
So he hits the ball in the space. It allows you to run. You can, as a midfield, you can run this. You're going to sit down to actually put the ball in a position where you can run onto it and then look up the ground. So I really think that in 20 minutes at least that he's been off the ground. In there, no Johnson probably matching size and actually did quite well around the ground. He clocked a couple of good grabs down the line. So yeah, the in the third quarter in the run. Bloods had them. They had their tails up and they constantly tapped the footing. So it makes it pretty hard when you have defensive mindset. That scoreboard, which is not being forced use. So the tail was doing the game and put your hands on the footage.
How do you see this one going now?
Sandhurst need to put some on. And I think that if South stay with them and hold on in this quarter and keep it close, to see whether they've got the legs to be able to run over the top of them in the last, which would go against what I anticipated to be the result.
Hocking there just coming back off the bench, still, there's a few little problems there somewhere, not quite sure what's going on. And, well, as both teams are in position, central umpire has the ball. We're about to get underway in this third quarter. They call it the premiership quarter, Johnny. Take us away in this third quarter on live major football, finals football on Fresh Bendigo.
Hosking is back into the middle. He's got an unusual David anyway. So his will is to grab the footy over there and then play on. He tapped it out on that occasion, he won it, but it was to Horbury of the Bloods who banged it on the left quickly to half forward. Cooper Leon, it's a one-on-one contest. Well, going through hard there for the Bloods was Ollie Simpson, couldn't collect the ball. Rhodey does the ground. Handball, James Coghlan. He had Morton to Wilkinson to James Coghlan. Needs to run at it now. Cooper Leon did for the Bloods. Managed to get a boot the ball somehow. Horbury over the top, and it's now Isaiah Miller and he's away.
He takes a bounce, runs to half forward, pops it over the top to Smith. He runs towards goal, one against the Breeze. And the Bloods get the first of the third quarter. They go and get their 12th on the board this afternoon, and that was just good play. And Horsbury, just that nice little handball over the top of the pack and puts it and gets it on the way. 11-2-60. In the first minute, on your live score sponsor and Breach Apparel of Bendigo.
Yeah, John, that's a good start, isn't it? That's what they need, didn't it, the Bloods?
Yeah, what's interesting, Matthew Wilkinson. Yeah.
In the middle of the again, the off support level, gives the hand and Jones Coghlan is away.
Yeah, kicks it out, goes towards the half-forward line, ball over the back. Couldn't quite take the mark, the big fella there in Murdoch, and the ball was forced line out of bounds. Into attack for the Dragons. Grandstand side.
It was disappointing because Sandhurst had their hands on the footy and they just didn't link.
Ball thrown back in. Hoskins has to run a long way. Now umpire might have to give that another hurl in. And it's the central set. Quite far enough in, young fella. Come back in and give me another go. And the ball is thrown in again this time. Hoskins got caught behind. He's going to get away with a free kick. It's going to be a free kick and we'll go to the big man in Daniel Johnson for the Bloods. Right on defensive 50.
I feel for him there. The boundary umpire threw it back before he even took position.
to the wing, back of the pack. Big punch there, Will Allen just over the banter line ball in.
Yeah, it was Donny. He was still running back towards the contest, and the ball came in, and then he had to go in behind him, didn't he?
Well, he was the one that caught the short throw in and then returned it to the boundary and then ended up coming unstuck.
It'll be Hosking again. Let's see what he does this time. Around the body, truly, it needed to be a wrong or an off break. It wasn't, and it was a minus score. The Bloods 54, Dragons 3 minutes gone. Third term live major final football. Fresh Bendigo.
Yeah.
Neither of those deliveries you could bowl, actually.
Ball kicked long outside by Hare. Finds a teammate on the outer side, Miller. Bloods, the outside defensive 50 on the pool side of the QEO. He's looking back towards the corridor. Nothing there, he says. Off he goes, down the line. The wing. He goes towards half back, but it's been cut off, and it will be the Bloods from half back through the man there and here.
Through long now. He just banged it on his boot, and it spills wide. It's a foot race now. There's 3 Bloods. Poor bounce there as well. Taggart got hands to it, then fumbled, then over the boundary line. Good result, Dragons, on that occasion, I think, will allow them all to get to the footy.
Alex Morton, 1v3, and he did the job there. Reset opportunity for both sides.
Ball thrown back in. Hoskin from behind. Bedford down to the picking it up nicely was the little man in the young man there in cap, but he's kicked it across the face and through for a minor score for the Bloods. 11-3-69. They lead the Dragons 8-6-54. Played 4.5 minutes in this third quarter. The Dragons unable to get a score on the board early, kicking with a fair breeze in this third quarter.
Noah Walsh kicks in from fullback to Alex Wharton. It was a short pass, further short pass afield to Cooper Leon. He kicked it straight to the opposition. He tries to don't argue. By hand gives it to Horbury. He by hand gives it to a teammate in Ollie Simpson. Ollie Simpson to the goal line. It's a good mark by the Bloods. Right on the line. It probably could have shepherded. It looks like Big Will Allen, the ruckman, but he clunked it, and now he'll have to fall over to miss it. Turns around, casual, a la, easy as you like, puts it over the goal umpire's hat for a major. Live score sponsor, Rural and Outdoors in Castlemaine. The Bloods now extend the lead to 12-3-75, and it's starting to get away from the Dragons, 8-6-54.
It was great play, wasn't it? The turnover, though, I'd say that SouthBendigo was very happy with Sandhurst chipping and allowing them to be trapped in that back pocket to be able to then turn it over. I mentioned Alex Morton did a great job before, but then he turned over that kick in his D50 and they capitalised on that.
Just haven't hit the targets, have they, coming out of their defence? And in the first one. Gets it, bangs it on the boot, bouncing ball. Who's going to be there? Murdoch's going to be the first one. Bends down, well done by Pauser, put the pressure on. He's still there, Murdoch, just can't grab it off. Leaves it behind, and the Bloods pick it up. They bang it to centre wing. One-on-one contest. Good work by the run and carry there. And Tonowitz goes inside 450 and hits up a cut.
Kept providing some type of target up board. He's doing very well, the little man, and he puts it to the advantage of Harvey. Harvey probably just ran underneath it. It wasn't as good as kick as I thought initially, and it will be a trip to Isaac Ruff Dragons. Spreads it wide, Blair Holmes. Been pretty quiet in the last quarter or so. I can't recall calling him. Short pass, Lee Coughlin on the wing. Short pass to Hood. That makes him work, doesn't, and was held without footy. Taggart offending.
Might be down the ground. I think Cameron Leon just tried to give that.
Hood gave it by hand to Lee Coughlin. out of bounds and fired back into the Bloods, and that was a disappointing result as well, Don.
Totally. Just sitting on centre wing with downfield and then turn that over.
Horsbury goes inside, finds Poyser. Back in the defensive 50. He come along the wing, didn't hit the target, and bouncing ball. And it was actually Langley who kicked it.
That old chestnut
nearly came to life. It was Poyser who led up at it, and eventually it's over the line. Direct from me here in the commentary position at the QEO. Elimination final day. Ball thrown back in. Hoskin in front, knocks it down. Gathered by the Bloods though. Leon Cameron Leon. It's going to be a free kick. No, it's not. Burke was I said, no, give it a man, I'll ball it up. Right. In this third quarter, elimination final day, we've played just on 9 minutes. The Dragons unable to get it through their big one.
Now it's built into the middle. It'll be the Dragon to attack, receiving on the end of the handball. Lee Coughlin, good pass, hits up Joel Wharton. 48 from goal. He will need to put this one through just to steady the ship for the Dragons. Bit of ragdoll going on in the middle before with Hoskin. He just treated Boone with contempt, didn't he?
We got him high first. How did we get him high?
Yeah, he jumped. I was watching him. He jumped straight up into Hoskin and just tried to bring him down. It just didn't work. Joel Wharton now crosses 50. Needs to kick it. He's had a quiet afternoon so far. It's an horrible, ugly copter ball that is a minor score. It looked like it off the boot. Terrible.
Flew like a dead pigeon.
As Joel Peterson say, a horrible dead pigeon. 5 playing 55, 20-point margin, Bloods lead, 9 minutes gone, third term.
They play on from fullback. They come out to the grandstand side. Big pack. Gallagher was there, knocked it to McLean, who banged it around on the boot, but it's going to be marked and taken deep into attack there by Zach Hare for the Bloods. In defensive 50, Paul Pratt works the line, gets called to play on. Now it come down towards the young man Wilkinson, who takes it.
He'll play on now. He'll kick it long. That's a horrible ball as well. There's something wrong with that footy. Please tell me. It needs to be pumped up. Wharton wins it. Joel, handball, Blair Holmes. What can he do? Ugly ball again. Goalwood didn't look like it.
Have they changed the football at half time?
They're trying to kick it too hard or something. Oh. Right. 75-56. Bloods lead. 10 minutes gone, third term. Live major finals football on Fresh Bendigo.
Not spinning very well, although the Bloods have got it spinning. And coming out and taking a good mark there was McCraig. He'll play on, he chips it down, finds a teammate there in Langley for the Bloods. Still inside defensive 50. He's got his man out here in Cooper Leon. He'll take the mark, plays on inside. Poison now. Good mark. Goes down the wing. 1-on-2. Punch from behind. Front square. Not going to be able to keep it in there. Was Will McCarrig. And over the line out of bounds for a throw in. Half forward for the Bloods.
So you call him a pigeon?
Dead pigeon.
We just call him a helicopter. Witnessing a lot of those.
Yeah, we are. And Noel Walsh gets collared. I had prior opportunity. Tried to don't argue. That is prior opportunity to give Cooper Leon a free kick. Gives it to Hurley here. He's been quiet. Well, Blair Holmes has got the ball at his back. It was Harlem Globetrotter. He managed to pluck it. Tried to he couldn't. Sat on his back while he was running, literally for about 3 seconds. He was trying to grab it.
He got paid the advantage and he had to keep going, and it was just arcing on the back of his back, and he was lucky enough to get arrested.
Pull up a little bit of brilliance from them. You can see there and stuff.
He's got runners in support. They do running from behind there with Sheehan. Ball spilled inside forward 50. They were able to get it out. Long kick, was it? No, didn't quite get it around enough. Through for another minor score. They go to 12-4-76. They lead the Dragons 8-8-56. 12 minutes gone, 20-point lead. And the Dragons need to do something in this quarter. They have the breeze. Carry her from fullback for the Dragons. Runs and goes straight down the middle. Long kick. Puts it towards the big man in Hosking. He can't get it. Good knock away. Nice work by Rhodey. Can't get a teammate. Coglin's been quiet this quarter. That's James. He can't get out of the pack. Eventually the umpire says, give it a man, I'll ball it up.
Well,
just on centre wing.
Well, that's a better kick in. The last kick in, they kicked to the pocket and got trapped. Well, that time they went straight down the centre of Ruckman.
Umpire throws it up. Hosking wins the tap. It's a double into the path. The Paul Pratt, a little soccer ball, probably come off. Now we're back into the middle. James Coughlin, he's fighting for the footy. Just spills to Poyser. Poyser, he gave that literally to Byrne. Byrne then popped it up. Spilled smack bang on that centre wicket area. One too high. It'll be Brown. He'll look to move it quickly. So he can't go there. Then he goes to head to the Floods over the top. Teammate with fresh fly. Bouncing footy. Lead selected. McCabe does. Puts it in the path and get collared from behind. Very, very good work. We get a free kick.
Takes it. Plenty of Island, was it? Puts it out further afield. Wilkinson takes it, goes long, goes out towards the wing. Had the lead up from James Coughlin. Was first back onto it, picks it up, got tackled by Tanner from behind. The Dragons under plenty of pressure. The Bloods putting the defence in that back half. Give it a minute. And I'll pull it up on half-back flank on the outer side as Hopkins takes it out of the run.
The handball underground in the direction of Paul Pratt might work. But it's never going to be another stop and another ball up. So we're halfway between the wing and left half forward. Swimming pool side. The Dragons to the city end. Went straight to his way to the kick through in the direction of running Brock Harvey, come off hands, and it'll be another ball in. A couple on the boards, have not hit it, and they're kicking to the scoreboard, and hoping to join the broadcast. John Hunter, Brian Manfred, and Castlemaine coach John Moran. As the ball is with Noah Walsh. Noah Walsh goes inside forward 50. It's shallow. Downfield. James Coughlin plays on. No, you'll have to send it back. So the footy, it will be a free kick to the Dragons. Like Murdoch with the footy. He goes long into the hot spot. Front and square was Joel Wharton. Tried to make a path. He couldn't. Bloods need to be careful here not to concede. They do well. They lock it up and we'll have a ball up. 20-point margin. The Bloods by 20 points, 76, playing 56, 16 minutes gone, third term.
Johnson gets the tap out, but only too far as James Coughlin gives it off to Noah Walsh on the left boot. In the pocket, around the corner, the Dragons get another one. Well, they're first of this quarter, but that was nothing. And Noah Walsh from the pocket, a good tap out and running around. You don't see him down forward too often, but that's a really nice goal to the Dragons. They go to 9-8-62. They trail SouthBendigo 12-4, 76. 15, nearly 16 gone on your live score sponsor.
They need that. Let's see whether they can go again.
Well, they need to go back-to-back goals.
Yeah.
That's not a nice kick to the pocket, though, and the left boot running into that forward pocket. They just need something more.
Well, they need some other forwards to commit. A bit of a one-trick pony at the moment with Thornton just up front.
There's always going to be a problem with Maxted out of the game, as we're going to have a free kick out of the middle.
I think Connor Sexton's gone off the ground too.
Yeah,
for a while.
Yeah.
Johnson free kick for the Bloods from the ruck contest. Short pass, hits up Hiller. Gets it at his ankles, marks it neatly. Then he'll go straight down the line, looking for Harvey, but running in front of the pack, Tanner Nally. Put the mark. He's in his defensive zone. Spreads it wide to Noah Walsh, who's run up back after kicking that goal. He'll just look ahead, further afield to the wing. Just taking his time. Hasn't got much on offer. They've either got Murdoch, Corpy did well for the Blood from behind. Lee Coughlin, who's been relatively quiet as well. He's had a few good passages, but he steps over the line. There'll be another ball in. 76 playing 62. Blood's lead, 17 minutes gone, third term, elimination final.
Ball thrown back in. Oh, Hoskins got caught behind, but ball standing on it was Murdoch. He takes the mark and just held up.
I reckon
He played on.
He was off.
Yes,
the
he was.
umpire didn't see it. From where he marked it, he took 2 steps towards the goal. Probably should have been play on, but now it's going to be a 50-metre penalty, and that was going to bring him within 15 metres on a 45-degree angle and then right down towards their goals. And Lachlan Murdoch for the Dragons to their 10. Puts it through. No, he's missed it. Side 9-9-63. The Dragons, they trail SouthBendigo 12-4. 18 minutes gone in this third quarter, and they do need another goal. They don't want to be going in with a 3-goal deficit or 2-goal deficit at three-quarter time.
Was not there, but they're only human, aren't they? As we're on the centre wing now. Johnson on the receive from the handle. Puts their teammate under pressure. Now they'll win at the Dragons. Matty Wilkinson, good strong play. Might have got tackled too much. In fact, he's been collared for incorrect disposal. Didn't get rid of it. And it'll be Byrne with the footy for the Blood. On the right half back. He looks inboard. Will he come swing side from side across the half? Good mark on Montague on the wing.
Push. Going to be the other way, I think. It's going to go the Blood on centre wing. The umpire said that he was held out, I think, Don Woodland.
It looked that way. Didn't look much in it, to be honest.
No, that free kick has gone to Smith on the outer side for the Blood. Full side of the QEO. He goes down. Gave it off. Couldn't see that front tackle. Teammate. A little kick around the corner. It's going to be marked, and it will be. Who turns, goes inside forward 50. Oh, could have been a free kick. Will be a free kick. Antonowitz, is it? Who will get the Harvey, is it? Brock Harvey just got the, well, it wasn't the hands, but it was the body use from behind, and he just nudged him underneath the ball. Umpire said that he was in the back, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal and look for his 4th of the afternoon. Brock Harvey, 35 metres out directly in front. This would be very much to the detriment of the Dragons. Comes in, doesn't miss too many, doesn't miss that one, and puts it straight through the middle. At a 13-4-82, they lead the Dragons by their 9-9-63. And that is on your score sponsor, Variety Super Sauce Strap Village.
Well, that's his 4th for the afternoon. Nathan Hall would be very, very happy with his forwards playing in front as they are. His body work then was terrific. Nothing else. It was always there and brilliantly finished off for his 4th.
Dragons something here. We've still got plenty of time in the third term because we do believe that that's the scoring end, but who knows? That punch forward well by Hoskin. Himmer, he picks up. Handball, Rhodey. But good work by Johnson. He smothered that ball and then ball will go inside ball 50. Blood's attacking. Harvey's up and about. He hit the pack hard. Put the Leon getting involved with Smith. Smith, Goldwood, bouncing footy, minor score. They hit it again, and the Bloods go to 83. 20-point margin now. The Dragons 63. 21 and a half minutes gone, third term.
Nelly.
Let's see what they do here.
They need to go down the centre of the ground like they did last time, and Nelly looks like he is. He will. He goes directly down the middle. Get it. Go through the middle. Down the middle.
Far forward. Now Bloods attack the Barnard Street end. Getting dark here at the QEO. There was rain forecast a little later in the afternoon. Very well could be on the way. As Blair Holmes tries to make it half. In fact, he got one too high off Aubrey of the Bloods. So the Dragons need to build something off half back here through Holmes. Takes his time. A little bit unsure. Then he decides to go straight down the middle. They set themselves. James Coglan got his hands at the footy, back of the pack, couldn't mark it. Then he wins it. He received a handball. Handball to Paul Pratt. Puts it on the boot quickly. Goal square is open. Bouncing ball towards goal line. It's offline, and it will be a minor score.
Sandhurst seriously falling apart across half forward.
Yeah. Can't get a target. They're just banging it inside forward 50. Van from fullback comes out to the grandstand side. The numbers, though, with the running of the Bloods. Takes a bounce, then has to just chip it over. They've got two players sitting out all by themselves. Gives a little one there from the big fella in Allen. David off the keck, went inside forward 50. Dragons, though. He's going to be all by himself. Bouncing ball. Have to run at it. Chase picked it up. McLean in the centre of the ground. Bouncing ball. Has to get rid of it. Gone. Caught. Going to be and just get it out of the danger. Well, it's Bloods of them. With a free. Too casual, so it's going to be rewarded here.
Take the feet, I think.
Yeah, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Ball is goalward. Goal line. A lot of hands on the ball. They need to kill it here, the Dragons. It spills in the direction SouthBendigo. It's just Ma puts it around the body. It is off the side of the boot. Sneaks in for a minor score. So SouthBendigo go to 84. That 20-point margin again playing 64. 25 minutes gone. Third term elimination final. Live major finals football on Fresh Bendigo.
Yeah. Nelly straight down the middle again. Hoskin will be the target. It's dropped short. Antonowicz just stood underneath it. Takes an easy mark and steps up. On two, punch behind, got the back, running on the big man Allen, chipped it, went towards goal! No, the umpire's patting the shoulder. That could have been a real nice one from the pocket, right deep in the pool pocket there, but it's gone through for a minor score. 13-7, 85. Now the Bloods lead the Dragons 9-10-64, 25 and a half gone in this third quarter.
Dragons kicking in quickly from full back and it ends up at half back. Matty Thornton couldn't win it. He was held without the footy.
He did very well there, Matty Thornton, because he grabbed hold of the opposition's arm and then faked the umpire. Might have tricked him a little bit, Johnny.
Yeah, Van Human was away with the ball as well, so good result for the Dragons.
Interesting to see where he goes, because this is where they're falling out.
They are. He can't go corridor because he's got Cooper Leon for the Bloods standing there.
There's no run from behind the ball either.
No, big stand. Look, with him down there, they got no one.
Just pulling away here, Dragons. The ball is punched over the boundary line.
You mentioned earlier that got the ball in. And that's what we did.
I said it's all here. The Dragons going in. Distance.
Get out of the ruck. Gives it off. Brody. Inside. Paul Pratt. Got caught behind. Miller. Right. Tackle. Held there without it. It will be a free kick. And it will go to Isaiah Miller for the Bloods on half back. Grandstand side. Right in front of the broadcast area here at the QEO. Elimination final day. Dragons trailing by 21 points. A little chip inside. Finds a teammate standing there, taking an easy one. Taggart got to kick it right across the ground. And taking it was Langley for the Bloods. Chips it inside. Finds a teammate. We have to stand up there early. Gave it off. Now they run. Takes it. Has to go back with the handball. Gave it to a teammate there. Kicks it around there in Mark. Got it to half forward, but the Dragons got numbers. Nelly standing up. Just takes an easy mark outside his defensive 50.
Oh, he's reversed it.
Reversed it for what? I didn't see.
He's gone to push him off, and he's clipped him on the chin.
The umpire signalled high, didn't he? Now it's a blood. Oh, the player on, it's Ollie Simpson. Couldn't win the footy. Now they're under pressure here, Dragons. Will they win it through Jake McLean? They do. But he fumbled the ball at the wrong moment and put it over the boundary line and defensively 50 metres from the Dragons' goal. We'll have a ball in. So Dragons under some immense pressure. At this rate, Bloods are going to advance another week into the finals, you would think. They need something special. A couple of minutes remaining in this third term, and then we've got a full term of footy to go. 50 metres out from goal. Byrne taps it for the Bloods. Back, battling hard with James Coggins. Straight to Keck of the opposition. Keck goes up again 40 and goes forward into the hot spot. Hands on footy. A lot of SouthBendigo players around the footy. Hurley, he's front and centre. Keep your eye on him. But he doesn't get the opportunity because it will be a baller stoppage directly in front, 20 metres from goal. 85 playing 64. Bloods lead, almost 29 minutes gone, third term.
Just only metres out from the SouthBendigo goal. Hoskin knocked it down. Byrne picked it up, smothered off the boot. Big punch away. Dragons run on. Good work by Cogley. Put it out towards half forward. And Wharton got pulled off the ball. Now running in. The troops arrived. And eventually the umpire said, no, give it to me. As Cooper Leon tried to take it out of the pack. Just outside defensive 54, the Dragons. Into attack on the outer side. Front of the pool change rooms. Hoskin from behind. Punched it up in the air. Eventually it came back to him, gave it to Wharton, he fumbled it, ball still back into the pack. Sheehan there, good hands, came out to Montague. He then was tackled and stripped of the ball, and eventually held up right on the arc of 50 here at the Curio. Elimination final, 29 and a half gone in this third quarter, and the Bloods have a 21-point lead.
50 metres out, Bloods goal. Umpire throws it up. Montague, handball. It was in the direction of Rhodey, who just slipped at the right time. He gets it, free kick for one too high. Handball to Noah Walsh. Shouldn't have handballed it. Walsh shouldn't have called on. He had somebody right on his hammer and gets called, and that somebody is Brock Harvey. Yeah, Brock Harvey is going to have to kick this a long, long way. Score and gone.
Certainly does now.
Have a go, son. Have a go. It'll be Malcolm Blythe.
Give it enough, mate.
No, doesn't want to do the hamstring. So, that is three-quarter time here at the Curio in the elimination final. 20 more to come. Sandhurst, they had their moments, but the Bloods were super impressive. Who will come out in the final term and give it their all and win this cutthroat game? South lead at the moment by 21 points. 7-85. Sandhurst, the Dragons, a 9-10-64. Live on Fresh
It's
Bendigo.
the song you choose, letting you pick the music. It's all about the 70s, 80s and 90s.
the best forward all day, leading up and giving a good contest. Cooper Leon still on. Yes. Michael Herlihy, he's on one as well. And then we're looking at Will Keck has kicked one, Will Allen one, and Caden Antonovich has kicked one. But I think that quarter, Noah Walsh is the only goal kicker, and we think that beautiful goal was in foot. So Alex Wharton hasn't been near the sticks again. He's still leads with two. And single goal kicker James Coghlan, which we haven't seen since half time. Noah Walsh with that great goal, and you mentioned before Jeremy Rhodey, he's disappeared out of the game, and he's kicked one, and Joel Wharton a single as well.
Yeah, better players. They didn't have too many that stood up in that quarter. They weren't able to get too many, around the ball. I thought Montague tried hard again. Hood was pretty good in touches, but not enough blokes that had, a permanent in around getting the ball and using the ball through the centre of the ground. So not too many players that were able. I thought Wilkinson did okay down back. He was a bit unlucky, got caught once.
Threw on some really good tackle. Johnson did well. Sam Lang, as did Herlihy, Isaiah Miller, Alex Smith. They all started to get on footy. Brock Harvey's been impressive up forward. Cooper Leon, Nathan Horbury, and as that indicates, they've done really well in that third term. And they're marching towards next final, this elimination final. We've still got a quarter to go, so anything could happen. But at the moment, it's the Bloods, 13-7-85 for Sandhurst, 9-10-64. For the final term in the elimination final is Brian Mansfield.
Johnson. Centre of the ground, goes towards the top of the square. Big mark by Nelly, who then played on, hit the ball, went out wide to the outer side. Couldn't hit a target. It's going to be turned over, is it? No, Miller can't pick it up. Ball still underneath the pack. Rhodey was there. Ball comes out eventually by forward. Thornton in front takes a good strong mark on half forward for the Dragons.
He'll look to move it quickly, and he does. It's a long, high ball. It'll go inside forward 50. Barnard. It's darkening skies. James Coghlan wins it. Goes around the body quickly. The goal's open. They're bouncing over the head. Just Sheen. In fact, he didn't concede. He plays on quickly and he kicks it to Horbury. Horbury's on half-back. He gets called as well. Alex Wharton did well. That's going to be a free kick.
Has to be.
And it will be. Alex Wharton too far out to score, 70 from goal. But we'll give them a good look at it.
Plays on. Quickly goes to the top of the square. Big pack forms. No one can take it off the pack. Ball at ground level. Trying to run in there. Wharton back in there. Tries and gets tackled towards the ground. Umpire says, no, give it to me. And I'll ball it up about 35 metres out from the Dragons' goal.
Could have possibly got a free kick then.
Yeah, he dived in hard and just got one a little bit high. Umpire was probably on the wrong side. Out of the pack. Hosking couldn't take it. Ball hit the ground. Going to come back. Nally going back with the flight of the ball. Takes a good strong mark for the Dragons just on attacking side of centre wing.
He kicks it long. He'll look to go inside forward 50. It's shallow. Oh, good jump. At the back of the pack, looks like Torpy did well. He'll play on, swing it wide. McCaig receives, chest mark, defensive zone, handballs it forward to Hare. Hare runs and then kicks it long to the wing. One-on-one, running with the flight of the ball, contested. Cooper Leon, inboard, good work, Bloods. With the long ball inside forward 50. Brock lost his feet for a moment. Rough. He's got the footy. He gets collared. Brock Harvey did well in the attack. Nelly receives. Handball over the top to Rhodey. Rhodey goes to Lee Coghlan. Poor kick. Gives up the footy to Miller. Miller now taps it forward. Byrne. Will he pick it up? Antonowicz is by his side. He won't. And we'll have a stoppage and it will be a ball up.
For Brock Harvey not only kicking goals, that forward pressure was terrific.
Ball in the air. Johnson comes in, Hosking just got a little tap. Byrne picked it up, banged it on the boot, got another 25 metres towards his own goal, and it's just rolled over the line out of bounds in the forward pocket. Well, probably 50 out, still on the arc of 50 as the boundary umpire sets himself and throws it back in. Johnson, Hosking gets the tap down, Wharton picks it up, then can't get it. Rhodey picks it up on the fly through it. Got it out towards Walsh. He couldn't pick it up. Picked up by Antonowitz. Runs to 50. Goes to the top of the square. Who can take the mark? It will be a mark. And it will be the Bloods. And it's Harvey taking the mark directly in front, 25 metres out. And he'll go back and should slot another one for the afternoon. Brock Harvey has 4. Looking for 5 of the afternoon to push this out to a 27-point lead at the 3.5-minute mark. Comes in, umpire does not move. He gets his 5th, and the Bloods get their 14th. They go to 14-7-91. The Dragons trail 9-10-64, and that is on the live sponsor scoreboard. Variety Super Store, Strathvillage.
Let's go around the grounds for a fresh live update. Elimination final MCDFNL. 18-12-120 to Denali 3-4-22. And Lexington 8-8-56 to Malden 6-5-41. And isn't Brock Harvey having some kind of influence, Don?
Yeah, well, the tackle from Nathan Horbury here, just out in front of us, and then managed to be able to link Antonowicz. But Antonowicz's kick was terrific.
In the middle to try to win it. Bills to Horbury. His kick is smothered. Noah Walsh, the Dragons will mop up. Handball Rhodey. Now off the centre of they'll go through the lead pocket. It's an awkward ball to half forward. Makes his forward work. They had no chance really. And the side Miller takes a strong mark off half back.
Miller from half back. Looks out to the outer side. He's got numbers out there. He decides to go towards those big numbers, and that was Will Owen. Couldn't take it. Coghlan just picked his pocket. Got a little kick around and got it to Hurley. He just then went back on the inside, had a teammate running through the centre of the ground. Got a 10 to go. Ball threat takes the mark. Now has to get rid of it. Did there and kicked it McLean. Got it towards Wharton. He back towards Horbury. Got the tackle. The ball still at ground level. All McLean got him high. And a free kick will go to the Bloods, and Vanderham will take it for the Bloods on half-back.
Yeah.
Grandstand side.
Doesn't have to hurry things now. Van Human, he plays on eventually, and he goes in the direction of Allen. Allen got front position nicely, 51 metres from home. Antonowitz breaks on the lead. He ignored it. He looked to go Brock Harvey. They're double teaming Brock Harvey now, and he gets one for a hold. And this will put, he's got 50. He's got a 50. He's going to kick a bag. It's going to be his 6th. He will not miss this.
Officially.
Yeah, officially a bag. He's got a bit of strut going about him now, Brock Harvey. 1-2 step, bang, goal. So, Bloods, they'll advance next week. The way they're going, they can't win here, Sandhurst. There's no way. 14-7-9 for the Dragons, 9-10-64. Live score sponsor, Rural and Outdoor from Castlemaine. 6 minutes gone, final 2.
You can see how much he's worrying them. They go to his body, he protects the drop, and then the umpire didn't really have much decision to make. And it was once again presenting up beautifully and 50 away, 25 out.
And they double teamed. I mean, they had.
Yeah, they dropped off. They saw the lead come out. They dropped back, thinking they would go to Harvey, and they did. But just wrapped the arms around him. Oscar wins the tack, gets it to Rhodey.
The middle.
Yeah, he's off. He'll kick it from 52 metres towards the top of the square, long, but it's just drifted through for a minor score.
Would have been his 7th.
It would have been 15-8-98, 19-64. They lead comfortably 9 minutes in this final quarter as Nelly, fullback for the Dragons, goes out right. And Bloods are going to come back inside forward 50. At the back, Keck was the man that stayed down. A little chip around the corner. Oh, Horbury just took it on the chest, just dropped to his knees, and he'll go back. And he's a fair chance to kick it from here on the break. The coach of the Bloods. They look for their 6th after his decides, no, I've got someone in a better spot, and I'll just kick him out. Poor checking by the Dragons, and a nice easy who takes a simple mark 35 metres out directly in front. That's the fourth. Dragons, I think they've just shut up shop.
Well, you're leaving. Yeah. 29. They're going to make a journey.
No, it wasn't.
He just went back, and Tonowitz said, I'll just stand here and wait for no one to near me, and I'll go back and have a shot on goal. He's gone back a long way. Got a little stutter up, gets to about 45, goal umpire, looked back and sailed over his head for their 16th of the afternoon. And they'll go now to 16-8, 104. They lead the Dragons 19. And that is on your live score sponsor, Breach Apparel Bendigo.
Are they going to lock down, or are they just going to let this go and throw away all the work that they've done this year? So let's see if Sandhurst got a bit of character here.
Yeah, well, there's nothing to be gained about locking down, is there? They're not going to win the game at all, and the Bloods, very, very impressive they've been. Umpire throws it up. I'll tell you something interesting about Brock Harvey in a minute. That's when we get a moment, the ball goes forward for Sandhurst. They'll have a stoppage. Free kick. I know Brock Harvey's family pretty well, and I'll give you a quote from Brock Harvey. I mean, there's still time for it. He said, I quote, "I'm accepting." He said that this morning. That is Reggie Ditch.
He's got 6 of them.
Yeah, well, he could have had 7 a minute ago. He just faded. Could have been a goal. Now, Hare receives on the outside wing. You've got to love the confidence of a young man, though, don't you?
You want me to send a message down to the box here?
Yeah, well, there's still plenty of time. As the ball goes to shallow inside forward 50, Ireland for the Dragons. Takes a mark. 50.
Yeah. He went to kick it, and the man on the mark.
Oh, it's going to be reversed.
No, it's going.
Is it?
I don't know what it's going to be now.
There's a bit of by-play going on, and one of the Sandhurst players stepped in front of Keck, who was running. Yeah, it's going to be reversed.
Yeah.
Keck gets the free kick. Keck was running and wasn't looking a stand. Hood just decided to step in his path, and he didn't see it and went bang, just hit him. So we've gone from a 50-metre penalty reverse to Keck, who will now put it to the top of the goal square. It's going 65, bounces to the back of the pack. If that had kicked straight, it would have been a goal. It's being an oval shot ball, it didn't, and it went through for a minor score. 16-9, 9-10-6.
He's got Montague here on his own, and just gets ignored.
Yeah. Down the middle. Takes off, kicks it directly down the centre of the ground. Got over the back. Going to be a free kick, will be. Is it going to be the Bloods or the Dragons? Miller will take it. Goes out wide, finds Hare. Directly down the wing, finds Smith and takes the mark on half forward for the Bloods. He looks back, had a lead, but Ireland's going to be the man who came in for the Dragons and took a good strong mark in front of Poyser and will relieve the pressure of the Dragons. He's got a couple of plays, finds and just takes it, chips it out wide and finds one.
Down the line, looks for Carraher, puts it into his path. He's running with the flight of the footy, but it just faded and came off hands, and it will be a ball in on left half forward for the Dragons.
We haven't seen much of that today, Sandhurst changing lanes and changing direction of the ball.
No, well, we've said a number of times, Don, that's been their game all year. And they've just gone away from it, taking nothing away from the Bloods. They've been superb this afternoon. As we've had a ball in, and from that ball in, the ball eventually goes out of bounds again, and we'll throw it in. 105 playing 64. Bloods will advance. It'll be all over for Sandhurst for season 2022 in about 15 minutes' time.
12 minutes gone. Hoskins tried to hit the handball, grabbed it out of the ruck, Burn though, banged it on the boot for the Bloods, kicked it back along, and Connick came in and took the mark. He scored the centre, hit the target, Poyser. A little toe poke forward, picked up by Keck, stepped around, had a teammate back in hand and chipped it out, found him on the wing on the outer side. He decided to go towards there in the Cooper Leon, couldn't get it, ball off the back of the pack, chipped it to the top of the square. Hardy couldn't take the mark. Ball at ground level, bouncing over the line. And Brock Harvey nearly took a real nice mark going back, looking for that 7. But now it will be a throw-in about a metre around from the defensive point post for the Dragons. Deep into attack for the Bloods.
Hoskins grabs it out of the air for the Dragons. His kick was smothered by the coach Forbury of the Bloods. McLean toe pokes it towards the boundary line. Rhodey couldn't keep it in, and 65 out in goal for the Bloods. We'll have another ball in. I'll let a barrack for Brock Harvey to kick with 7.
Yep.
I reckon I can.
We've got to get some excitement out of the game.
That'll be a big effort. We said before the game, I actually mentioned that to a number of other people, and we said if he kicks 7, they'll win easy, and they're going to, and he's only kicked 6. As Byrne is trying to go forward for the Bloods, and a free kick will go on his defensive 50 to Jake.
So as a coach, just roll over the line, reset. They're just giving the ball up now. Sandhurst have ball.
McLean kicks it back, finds Nelly, who just takes a casual bounce, then looks back up the centre of the ground and turned it over and gave it off. Gave it to Cooper Leon. He gave it back. Little chip inside. Yes, he's going to get his 7th chance here this afternoon. Brock Harvey. Well, what happened then? Cooper Leon gave the handball off, gave it to Keck. Keck went back and gave it to Horsburgh and Horbury, and then a little chip over to Harvey, who will come in 30 metres out, not much angle, and number 7, the goal umpire, did not even move. He banged it through. They get their 17th. They go to 17-9, 111. Lead the Dragons 9-10-64. On your live score, a sponsor. There you go.
Right now. Okay. And then send it back over.
Knocking on his door, Don Moran, he buys you the captain.
What's 7 now, isn't it? Forward out, down our way, 6-7.
The day, I think, that's 64 on
All things being even, he's not really their number 4.
Antonowicz.
Well, Antonowicz has played up in the middle a lot this year.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yes.
Now, Matt Thornton's going to get a look at the goals as the ball went inside 450 and he took Mark directly in front.
He finally reached out by.
He did. Johnny, and we mentioned that a couple of times. He tried to allow it to come to his chest, take it an easy one, and that's probably one of the first times he actually stuck his there, and he can take a nice mark.
Matty Thornton. They've missed him over the last couple of months. He has not been in the country, and he will not make the distance. It's held up in the breeze. It's gone to the goal line. In fact, a mark's been claimed, and it will be paid. I reckon Lockie Hood is the man. It's either Lockie Hood or James Coughlin. No, it's the latter. It's James Coughlin, who's been serviceable this afternoon up forward, actually. He'll look to step around the corner and put it through goal. One step, minor score. Didn't look like it. And that'll take Sandhurst to 9-11-65. They trail 17-9, 111, 16 and a half gone, final term. Live major finals football on Fresh Bendigo.
Bloods now from fullback, kicking it in was Storpy and went out wide. One of his change rooms finds a teammate and they just tip it over the top. A little turnover. No, Hare got it over. Away through the middle of the ground. That's going to be a free kick down the ground and will be taken by the boys up for the Bloods. He looks in towards the centre of the ground, running down over Montague, chick there and the mark. Now they play it on. Nice little kick out wide. McLean gives it back to Coughlin. James, he goes down the line. Good work, though, by the defence there of Langley, who jumped up and punched it over the line from about 25 metres inside the boundary line, but he made sure it went all the way over for a throw in on half forward.
And he let Lee Coughlin know about it too.
Lee Coughlin's been disappointing this afternoon. I don't know if he's carrying an injury or not. I recall...
I think we wore him out last week, John.
Yeah, maybe, but I recall a couple of weeks ago he was getting a decent rub on his upper, I reckon it was groin or his hamstring, so he might be sore. Rhodey, received, gets one too high. followed by Antonowicz.
Started well, Rhodey, but then he drifted out in that second quarter and the third.
Yeah, comes off the side of his boot. Langley takes a good, strong contested mark. He's come into the game. In fact, that's the other one, Poyser. So there's two of them.
Two blonde-headed.
Two blonde-headed one. They look almost alike, and they both play in similar position. Now, the Bloods will share around half back and eventually ends up with Hare to Antonovitz. He takes a mark. Grandstand side. Hard up against the boundary line. Right half back. Go backwards. Lucky to go the required distance. Finds Simpson. Ollie Simpson. Swings it back laterally. Van Humen. In fact, it's not Van Humen. It was Miller. They're swinging across half back. I don't know if they can find a path out. Obviously they can't. And let's see if Miller can get this ball out.
Chips it over the top. Finds Aubrey, who just holds up. Now decides, I'll go all the way back. Find Van Humen. Van Humen then decides, I'll chip it across the other side and finds Simpson.
Hard
yeah, it is a bit of that. Torpy runs in, takes the mark, and Langley then gives it off, and they come down the wing. Standing up. Ground on the queen, picked it up slow. Then had to get it. Brody got the little handball receive. It's going to be a free kick. It's going back to McLean.
And on the officiating umpire gave that as well.
He did. Yeah, the officiating umpire didn't spot it. He did get dragged to the ground after and held on to. And he chips it in and finds Ireland, who will go wide and find a teammate in who had Wood just played on. Got flung around about 360 degrees, nearly 720. He went to twice, then banged it on the boot towards the boundary line, over the line, out of bounds, out of sight of the Curio here in the final quarter. We've played 20 minutes. That's ticking the time on. And we see the score at the moment. SouthBendigo 17-9, 111. Lead the Dragons 9-11-65.
Defensive work by the Bloods through Johnson. He's been doing well down there as well.
Just on that previous tackle, since I'm 360, and we got hold of it.
On the Dragon season as well, as the ball is now across half forward. For the long ball, Antonowicz playing down forward, using his body well. Bloods now 112, 65 Dragons, 21. Final term live, major final football on Facebook.
Well, from fullback, the Dragons just ticked into red time. They got a short one, and they will go there. Wharton, Joel, takes the mark, and he goes right across the ground. Nelly will take it, front of the scoreboard, plays on, chips it long down the wing. The numbers of this the Bloods, bouncing ball to the left, ends up with Smith though. He stepped around his opponent, then gave the handball away. Dragons turned it over. Montague picked it up on centre wing. Sent it out wide and sees teammate in Matty Long. Long goes from the wing.
Now, and all smiles as he come off. Kicks it to a teammate. It's long again. Did a lot of running to get down to that position on right half forward. Looks to bring it in inboard. He's got a lead. He'll honour that to Antonowicz. Goes out of bounds. It was a poor kick.
Dead pigeons. There you go. I'm on that now.
You get the picture though, don't you?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
It didn't really spin. It didn't helicopter. It just floated like a dead pigeon.
Yeah, 112-65. Bloods lead. 22 minutes gone. Final term elimination final.
I don't know how it eventuated though. He ran inside and the ball went on the outside of his boot.
Ball thrown back in. Hosking in front. Taps it down. Finds Noah Walsh. He found Montague. And then he couldn't get the handball through the pack. Paul Pratt dived on the ball on Byrne, who's, he was on the bottom of the pack. As the umpire said, no, give it to me. 45 metres out from the Bloods goal. They will continue on next week. They'll take on Golden Square here next Saturday afternoon as the Dragons try to run it out. Walsh gave it off. He couldn't hit the target. Good defence by the Bloods. They're not giving it up. Oh, picked up by Rhodey. Gave it off. Put the handball in front. Nice work by the man there who took it. Banged it inside forward 50, but it's coming back. Stand strong again.
It was Taggart who marked it. You go to Perlahy, who was in the middle.
Been a bit quiet, Perlahy.
Yeah, he has. He's had a really good season. Very important player for them. And will continue to be. Being human, spread the further field. Hare looks for McCaig. McCaig's been quiet as well, so there's a positive. He'll come into the game. Gives it by hand to Marr. Marr now, an up and under kick. He'll put it, as a full kick. Ireland floated in front of the pack and took a mark. He'll play on quickly by hand, gives it to Jake McLean of the Dragons.
McLean will go down the wing. One-on-one contest. Thornton up in the air. Ball came to ground level. No one could pick it up. The Bloods, though, do have enough. Hare gives it back to the run of his teammate there in Langley, who picked it up. And, probably one of the best men on the ground. Cooper Leon's been really good for the Bloods. He kicks it out wide by the big Will Allen, just outside forward 50. He had the little man over the top. He decides there to go. Chips it over. Finds the run. And good run again by Matty Long for the Bloods. Deep in the pocket. Now, if he was having to come around, I would have said he'd have to come back the other way towards the boundary line, but the umpire said no, he's opened it up pretty well, I reckon. From where the bloke on the mark is standing.
That's his last effort. You still go anywhere.
Yeah, it could be. It wasn't a very nice spinning ball, but this time, he got the distance. He didn't quite get the distance. He got the accuracy. He was dead on line, but it was being forced through by the Dragons on the last line. 17-11. 11:65, 24, nearly 25 gone in the final quarter.
He's a good scholar of kicking because he adjusted, didn't he, that time?
He did. Melly goes down the guts and finds Noel Walsh. Dragons, short pass, required distance was not there. Wharton gets out to Noel Walsh. Don't muck it up here, Adam. Hare wins it. Langley getting involved. Handball over the shoulder. They're attacking through Harvey. Harvey's been put back into the middle now, so he won't kick 8 as Antonowicz is down forward. Comes off hands. Coaching staff have said, get up into the middle.
I think they've heard you.
Was it when I started cheering?
Yes.
Might have been.
You're looking for 8. You got your 7. That's it. That's enough. Ball thrown back in. Allen jacks it down. Keck picks it up. Bangs it on the boot. No, not going to be another one. Bloods. Just the wrong side of the stick. 12, 114, 9, 11, 65, 26 minutes gone. Nelly from fullback for the Dragons. Sums up. He's got McLean in the pocket. Ignores him. He's going to go straight down the middle. He does. Gets it towards the big man in Hoskin, was it? Couldn't take the mark. No, it was Big Thornton. Big way. Ball at ground level. Nice little one to Miller. Miller then for the Bloods. Picks it out wide. Bouncing ball. Running towards it was Cooper Leon. But the boundary line a little close over the line, out of bounds. Throw in, half forward, outer side here of the QEO. Live major finals footy on fresh Bendigo.
Hosking wins it by hand, gives it to Hood. Hood over the top, Lee Coughlin receive. Puts it on. Very good. Talk by hand, gives it to Miller. Miller bangs it on the boot, up forward. Hood floating in front of the pack. Takes a mark. Then he'll swing it wide. Noel Walsh receives, marks, short pass, Montague receives. Now he goes short pass. Paul Pratt will receive. He takes a mark. 4 kicks in a row. Now Paul Pratt. Do you go into protection mode? You play a lot of finals, Don. Do you go in protection mode as a player?
Out there, just need to just keep building. If you start to pull back, that's when things can go wrong.
That's right. That's when you get hurt.
Yeah.
Kick off the side of the boot from the Bloods. Over the line, out of bounds to the full. Free kick to the Dragons. And rough.
The only thing I'd say with that is if you were going to look after anybody, you would take them off.
Down. Yep. Ball inside forward 50.
You wouldn't send a message out to pull back if you're going to leave them out there.
No. Big Thornton took it in the hands again, Don. Second for the afternoon. Ball kicked over the top, though. Didn't hit the target. Floods turn it over. Good work. Little kick. Keck on the end of it in front of McLean. Takes it on half back. Then looks out wide. Got a teammate on the outer side in Leon. As the siren sounds here for the final score to be the Bloods 17-12, 114. They defeat Sandhurst 9-11-65. And that means the Dragons are finished for 2022, Johnny.
Yeah, it was super impressive, SouthBendigo, wasn't it? A long time, and then once the Bloods took the lead, it's probably quarter of the way through the third term. The Bloods
Well, they used the QEO beautifully. They scrapped it out when they needed to, when they were kicking against the wall. And they put a lot of pressure on Sandhurst, and Sandhurst just couldn't get free. And then it's all advantage back to SouthBendigo in the ruck stall. So Johnson did a great job in there in that second quarter to really get them back into the game. So and then from there it's just upwards and onwards.
You're reviewing this game. That was a catalyst for both teams, wasn't it? If you're a winning coach, you'll be going back and say, well, what was the difference and what do we work on next week? And certainly it was as a Hosking, because looking forward, you look at Matty Compston for a golden square, so the ruckmen don't get any easier. So that's something I would imagine, you're a coach, not me, you'd certainly be looking at it, wouldn't you, Dave?
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be going in with Will Allen starting there.
No.
I would be
probably the problem in the first quarter. Hoskin out-bustled Allen early on. And it wasn't, I thought when Johnson went in there, the game started to change that little bit in that second quarter because they actually got out of the middle.
Well, when Hamish Hoskin doesn't give advantage to his mids, he takes the ball out of the air and then he'll turn and he'll kick, he'll clear. I think if you have a look at the stats across the year, he's probably not got the most.